I think. Oh, I got it. That's right, baby. We are eventually back. Back on a Saturday. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Sorry for keeping you waiting. Little bit peek behind the curtain here. Yes, sometimes I am late getting down here, but typically what happens is we log on, and if I haven't logged on long enough where we've all had enough time to kind of like talk beforehand, we end up just start talking. And then before you know it, it's 10 minutes after 3. So sorry about that. But we appreciate you being here. What's up? What's happening?
What up?
What's happening?
Just hanging with the bros.
Let's do real quick. Let's do the WAB of the week.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back.
Thank you, Dylan.
Good job, Dylan.
I don't even know if Dylan is here, but thank you, Dylan. Where was that, I wonder? In front of a Chewbacca.
Chubsy.
Oh, was that Chubbs? Did Chubsy have a Chewbacca?
For his Christmas display.
Nice.
I believe that was Christmas.
What a ballin' ass thing to do. Like, oh, I have a Chewbacca, but he's only part of my Christmas display.
Yeah. Dude, Chewbacca, R2D2, Darth Vader. I'm pretty sure he had C3PO. All of that stuff was out there.
Nice.
So was it like a Star Wars Christmas special display or just cool shit?
I think it was Star Wars. I'm not 100% sure.
Looked like Star Wars.
Yeah, they were still putting a bunch of stuff up.
Yeah, it would be cool to have like a Star Wars Christmas special display, just because it would be so ridiculous and no one would ever have that. Yeah, he is here. There you go. Thank you, sir. Nice. Yeah, Ryan Clark. I liked this. Saturday Eventually Live. SDEL. Steel.
We're worth the wait.
Yeah. Are you? Some people are heading out to Chubsy's tomorrow. Ryan, are you heading out there?
I probably will not be. I am going to Nate Armstrong's for the Super Bowl.
Oh, that's great. That's awesome. Yeah.
Nice.
I got the Nate invite too. I would love to go down there. It's just that that's like over an hour drive for me, I think. But that's awesome. You'll have a great time. He was regaling me with some of the stuff he might have at his little Super Bowl shindig. So you should have a good time. Super Bowl, do we give a fuck? No, right?
No.
It's not the Eagles. Doesn't matter.
Exactly. Like, and here's the thing. On most of the years, I'd still be into it. I can't be too sad the Eagles aren't in it because they just won a Super Bowl this past year. So that was cool. But nice mug, by the way. It's my favorite Four Horsemen mug. Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots. It's like, these are not the. Oh, sorry, Bill. Not for nothing. That was one of the reasons why I was so mad at the Eagles for crapping out and being so crappy for as much talent as they have and then losing in the first round because the rest of the league sucks this year. It's like I feel like the Eagles threw away a Super Bowl by not getting their heads out of their asses. And thank you, G. by not getting their heads out of their asses and freaking making some plays. Like they have enough talent, more talent than anybody that was in the playoffs. I think pretty much. Maybe the Rams had more talent and they didn't make it either. Ridiculous, like insane. And now we've got Sam Darnold and Drake May are the Super Bowl quarterbacks. What? One of those two is going to be a Super Bowl winning quarterback. Now, Drake May, it's his second year. Thank you. Yes, this is big. Drake May might actually be awesome. And maybe this is where we first start finding that out. A little far away. Coming in a little bit closer.
Throw your hands up.
We're back.
As you say, it usually works.
Yeah. That's right. It's like I said last week. I never mess with this thing except when I come down here to do the live. So I'll have to try to figure that out. Boo. Mets. Yeah. So yeah, I don't care who wins the Super Bowl. I got some boxes. I'll probably play some bets to make it a little bit more interesting, but I don't care about who wins. Good job, G. All right, so we're going to start a new segment, I think. You guys tell me what you think of this. It's going to be let's make everyone hate Eric LeBron. You ready for this? You guys didn't know about this.
Go ahead and
Eric,
try.
Hey, Eric, what temperature is it in California right now?
Oh, currently we are, let's see. Currently it is sunny, cloudless, and 75 degrees.
Oh, my God, and it never rains.
Hold on, I'm going to go get my hoodie.
Yeah.
Ryan, how are you doing?
Dude, it is brutal. Every time, like, because I'm in an older Victorian, every time the wind, like, there's a strong gust, you can feel the house shake.
Oh.
Yeah. It's insane. And it's so the last couple of weeks, we had a couple of days where, like, the high temperature was, like, in the single digits. It was going down to 0 and stuff. It's actually more like 11 degrees right now where I am at. But, like, with the wind chill and everything, it feels like right now, okay, it's better. It's 7 degrees out. 7. Like -10. And I was out there in it. It's worse than that because the wind it's crazy. It's like ice cyclone.
Oh,
It's brutal. Dude, it's brutal.
so
So
bad.
Seahawks will be considered a great team unless the Pats win. Then unless the Pats win, then everyone will say the Pats only won because they played a terrible team. I get what you're saying. I kind of think the Patriots are going to win. Actually, I think the Patriots are going to win. I don't think the Seahawks are that great of a team, but we'll see. Yeah, it is insanely cold.
Don't know how you guys do it, man.
Cloudless sounds like a sad time.
Oh,
agree.
cloud.
No clouds, no fox.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's insanely cold right now. So it's like bad enough where there's like warnings where they're like, don't stay outside too long unless your face is covered, shit like that. Like it's nuts.
Wild, bro. It's
I agree with G here though. Seahawks, because the name sounds dope. The name does sound dope. I wish they had their old uniforms though, with like the metallic silver. They should vac metal that pitch. All right, so right before we came on, we had just started talking, and we started talking. There's a lot of stuff that we want to get to. Obviously, the two biggest topics I want to talk about are the Mythic Legions RPG, which is really starting to kick into gear with the Kickstarter starting up in just a few weeks, and the first big convention of 2026, ZoloCon, at the end of the month. I'm all pumped up about those. So I definitely want to talk about that stuff. But we were talking about, right before we went on, basically collecting habits, and, how each one of us is sort of collecting and, what we're collecting, how are we going after stuff and stuff like that. There we go. Brian Lynn says, hey, fellas, CarverCon tickets and hotel rooms now available. Check it out. CarverCon. Here, let's post this so everybody can see it here. CarverCon 2026. That's the year, right? All right. So I'm going to the Facebook page, Brian. To the Facebook page real quick. We'll come right back to this. Here you go. As of February 5th, which is 2 days ago, tickets are now available. Come join us for the second biggest Legions focused show of the year, CarverCon. Oh, shit. Brian Lynn going full Legions, basically saying, yeah, after Legions Con, this is the thing right here. Hard to argue with. Look at this. Here, change this around. So you can get tickets right now. $17.85 is the price. Also, oh wait, you can't see that, can you? Sorry. And the Cherry Valley Hotel is your hotel. Where are we here? Oh, you can see that. Nice. So yeah, hotel is open. Book your hotel now if you're going to CarverCon. Get your tickets to CarverCon. And yeah, that'll be good stuff. So yeah, so we were talking about like collecting habits and things like that. And I always think about collecting as like, it kind of like, for me and for a lot of us, kind of like goes in cycles. You have to be like, there's times you're into it. There's times you're not as into it. There's other considerations like space, money, things like that. And Eric was just sort of telling us like where sort of like he's at. So Eric, so where are you at right now in your collecting lifetime right now? What's going on with you?
Well, I'm getting to a point where I'm almost complete. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just like, I think it's like a mental state as far as like what I want in my collection, how I want my collection to look, and the space that I have to utilize as far as like what I add to my collection. And right now I'm probably close to 85 to 90%. And it's like, I know, and the space that I do have left is very limited space, and it's not the greatest display areas or display shelves. It's kind of like those little extra knickknacks or shelves that I have left over that I can do stuff on. And it's like almost like I've come to a point where I'm like, okay, this is kind of a time now where I'm like, I'm almost not buying anything, because it's just, I won't add anything to my collection that I can't properly display. Like I won't buy stuff to put in my closet or to put it store away in a tote. It's just, to me, that's not collecting. That's to me, that's hoarding. So that's where I'm at right now. And it's hard because I know, as a lifetime of collecting, I know there's still going to be tons of stuff out there that I'm going to want to have. And it's like, and I've already passed on a bunch of great stuff that I know I've really enjoyed seeing and thought, man, this would be great as, you know, on display, but I just can't do it. So it's like, that's where I'm at right now. And it's a hard place to be, especially as a collector and a fan of so many different cool lines and figures and stuff like that. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now.
So question. So is every piece you own on a shelf currently?
Yep. Everything.
That's amazing.
Everything that I've purchased. Yeah. It's all on display.
I don't think I'll ever, well, never say never, right? Because you don't really know where you're going to be at 6 months from now, a year from now, 10 years from now. Right now, the way I think about my collecting, I don't think I'll ever totally end up there, just because part of what I enjoy about it is change. You know what I mean? One of my favorite things I do as a collector is, I've talked about a bunch of times, that shelf I have above the TV in my living room upstairs.
Yeah.
Where I set up like it's an action figure display in like the main part of our house, and it rotates depending on what time of the year it is. So of course we just had the holidays, you know, the holiday Christmas display is still up right now. That's got to be packed away. And then next I've been wanting to do like an Easter display forever. And I never did. So I might try to do that this year, but other themes that I've done like for my birthday, I might just do like some of like my favorite figures up there. For
Mhm.
the summertime last year, I did like an underwater theme, which I really loved. I loved putting all the characters together. I bought some like, like fish tank accessories to like, put up there. I got like a special light that made it look like water. And then I've done the first one I ever did was a Halloween display. So I've done a Halloween display up there for years. So then Halloween, Christmas, summertime, different things like that. So, and then I just rotate it. And when I took the underwater display down, I enjoyed it so much. I took everything down and put it in a tub and put it under a table over there, because I'm going to do a version of it this year, and I'll just pull that stuff out, and some stuff's going to go in, some stuff's going to come out, so.
Yeah. The one of the, I mean, it's kind of like a benefit is now I have an actual Christmas display that I put away, which like I said, I've never put my figures away, but since the Figura stuff started coming out with Father Christmas and Jacob Marley and all that, like now I have an actual display of Christmas figures that I break out for Christmas, and then I put them away at the, at the end of the holiday. It's like, so it's kind of cool to like have those where I like something that I've never done before where I do it now. And yeah, it's kind of cool to like have that where you can actually have something that you put on display for a time being and then put it away for the year and then break it out every other year. Yeah, it's kind of cool.
That is cool.
But that's not, of course, that's not with everything. I mean, that's it has to be either like a holiday themed or, something of relevance that, you would actually do something like that. Yeah, that's a good thing, Trevor. Getting rid of 2 to 3 things for every one thing he brings in, man, that's tough. But what do you let go of? You know what I mean? It's like all the pieces that I have, I never buy anything that I would ever consider getting rid of or that I don't like enough that I go, I'm kind of over that. You know what I mean? I bought that particular piece because I wanted that piece in my collection, and it's like now that it's there, like I said, my thing is for my collecting, this is my museum. This is my personal museum that I curate and enjoy. And that's the end game for me as far as collecting. I mean, other than the purchasing and the, the hunting like that we were talking about earlier, but enjoying what I've displayed and having that in like a museum type setting for myself to enjoy constantly. That's what I do. So I don't put anything in my collection that I would necessarily look at and go, I just wanted it there for a little bit. Now I'm going to get rid of it. So it was like, well, what was the point of buying it? You know what I mean? It's like,
So do you have any figures or anything like that that are strictly for customizing?
Yeah, but those I keep separate. I mean, I have like a tote that just has like, I don't know, probably hundreds of like cosmic and legions bodies in it that just are just for customizing purposes, you know what I mean? And the only other extra figures that I buy, if I do buy extras that I still have in package, I'll hold those aside only for,
but they're for a specific purpose. They're for
customizing, or they're either for customizing or they're for trade barter. If I'm looking for a specific figure and someone says, hey, I have this figure and I'm looking for such and such, if I have that figure, or if I have figures that I might, say to somebody, hey, I've got these extra figures, I'd really like this figure that you have, would you be willing to trade? That's the only other reason that I have extras in my collection that are like unopened or stacked in on a shelf in the closet. That's it.
And you were saying too right before we hopped on, I can probably stop saying that now, that you're looking at some figures that are out there that you're like, yeah, that's really cool, and I might even get that. But the thing is, like, I know there's a team involved, and I don't have space to put the whole team, so I'm like,
yeah,
I'm not even gonna get that one, which is
Yeah.
understandable. And so my thing is, I just like, I understand, like, there's a lot of people out there that are completists about different things. Like there's completists about legions, for example, right? And like, I get that because I'm very much a fan of the hunt. Like I love like having something I'm on the hunt for it. Like I love being on the hunt for stuff, you know what I mean? And you finally get it, and that's awesome. And the hunt can take different forms. Like it's not just going to stores anymore. Actually, it's very rarely that right now. Now it's
I actually miss the old hunt where you drove around all day to Walmarts and Targets and freaking Walgreens and game.
never knew what you're going to find.
Yeah, and just to see if you could hunt down the latest greatest, it figures, you know what I mean? Like I do miss those days. The old Toys R Us hunts, I mean, stuff like that. I miss those days. It's too easy now to acquire figures, I think, in most respects. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And like I still check every time I go into my local Walmart, I still stroll through the toy aisle, see what's there.
Oh yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah.
Target.
I always go through the toy aisle and to the NECA section. I always do. You just never know what you're gonna find.
I've officially not bought anything in a Target for more than a year now.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah.
But I do enjoy that. But now it's more like a hunt is more like, a lot of times trading for things, things like that. So that's more of the hunt. But I've never been a completist about any line I've collected ever.
Yeah.
I've never felt the need, although I feel like I understand it. Like I get it kind of. I don't feel that same need to complete it, like where I need to complete this line or even a specific team. So that's not really my issue as much as, like I said before, my issue is just being a goldfish, just seeing like that there's so many different things that catch my eye and like, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. But, I'm trying to save it now for like stuff that's really, really, really cool. Like impulse buys are fun. Like it is fun. I don't want to totally foreclose that. Like if I enjoy it, but if I was going to be honest with myself, when I decide to like go through stuff and get rid of a bunch of stuff and like sell it to somebody or set up at a toy show and I'm going to fill up like a tub to bring it with me to the toy show to get ready, most of that stuff that I sell, that stuff that I bought because I thought it looked cool and I wanted to have it because of that, and then I sell it later because I haven't opened it and I've had it for a year and a half.
Yeah.
Most of that stuff is the impulse buy stuff, most of it is. It's never the Legions, for the most part. Like it's never that stuff. But sometimes like stuff like I don't collect anime or Evangelion.
Yeah.
But what I do is I did want to mention this too. So this guy right here, super awesome, incredible figure, very expensive, right? Very indulgent, that I got from the Tamashii Nation store. But I didn't buy it right away. Number one, it's kind of an investment. But no, actually, you know what I mean? It's not an investment. Toys are not an investment.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, that's big news. Bill says he'll be doing mystery boxes again next month. I got one of Bill's mystery boxes the last time he did them, and it was freaking awesome. So if you didn't get one before, and Bill does these mystery boxes again, keep your eye out. Make sure that you get yourself one, because number one, the deal is insane. You know what I mean? I got a Gomez and a bunch of other stuff for just an incredible price. What was I talking about? Oh, so I first saw this figure in the Tamashii Nation store back in July. So what I try to do sometimes is if I see something and I like it, I let it sit. Right? I let it sit. And if it's still there, like later when I come back, you know what I mean? I let myself ruminate. Let it marinate, let myself want it. Am I still thinking about it a day later or 2 days later? Does it still seem cool like a couple of weeks later? Okay, then that might be something that I need to have.
Yeah, that totally. I mean, like I said, you could see 1,000 cool things. I mean, every time I go to Frankensons, I see a million cool things that I would totally take home in a second. But then I'm like, I can't. I mean, I can't buy all this shit. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm just not gonna get it. But like you said, if I go back to Frankensons, 2 or 3 times over the year, and I keep going back to that same figure or whatever it might be, I'm like, okay, I think I might buy this. You know what I mean? It's something that I think I might want, that I just really can't walk away from. Like
these Hax figures. Like they were 2 Vitruvian Hax figures that I was like, oh man, I gotta get those, and eventually I just did.
Yeah.
But every once in a while, this is cool too. So this is like a little Marvel figure, Marvel Legends Hercules, the 4 inches for the 4-inch guys, right? I never even seen this guy before, but saw him at a toy show, picked him up for super cheap, and I love this thing. Like, I'm super happy that I got him. That's another thing too. Toy shows is a great place to hunt for figures. And if you're into the impulse buy, it's a great place to do the impulse buy because you can buy, for example, a loose figure, don't need the packaging with it. You can find stuff that's an impulse buy that is relatively inexpensive. So I think that's cool.
Do you think custom figures like at Legion's Con are impulse buys?
In a sense, they are. I can only speak for myself, though, because in a sense, they are not impulse buys because I pretty much plan to get at least one custom at Legion's Con. Like, that is every Legion's Con, I buy at least one custom, right? Sometimes I get more than one.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where I don't really buy customs at any other time during the year for the most part.
Yeah.
So I know I'm going to do it, but I don't know what it's going to be until, sometimes in the days or weeks leading up, I'll see something that I'm like, I got to have it.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, I'm just wondering. I was thinking about what you were saying right now, and I'm thinking, would customs be considered impulse buys?
Not in the sense that
it's like you see it and you're like, I gotta have it. You know what I mean? It's like you weren't thinking about it. You know what I mean? But you walk up to a table and you're like, oh my god, look at that custom! I gotta have that. It's an impulse buy.
If you put aside money for it ahead of time, it's really not an impulse buy, in my opinion.
True.
That part's cool. But as far as the impulse, as in, this wasn't a thing that I had in my head already, that I knew that I wanted, the thing itself. But I'm planning to do that when I go to Legion's Con, and again, like sometimes I'll see like that I saw in the week leading up to Legion's Con, so I knew I wanted it, but it's still basically the same time period.
Yeah.
The year before that, there was a John Caulfield custom that I knew I wanted because he had posted it, that type of thing.
Yeah. I got you.
What about you, Rhino?
How about you, Ryan? Come out of the dark there.
Yeah, come out of the dark like Celine Dion. Or no, Gloria Estefan. One of them.
I don't know what's going on with the camera. It just keeps going light and dark. But as far as impulse buy, I do put aside money. It's just whichever, like for yours, they're already predetermined because you usually send us them weeks in advance. But if it's like on somebody else's table and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and buy that. That for me is the impulse buy because I put aside money, but it's never for any one specific thing.
So here, real quick. I don't know if you've heard.
Yes.
So J-Lo Fidelity.
Go check them out, man. Those are some awesome customs.
Oh, yeah.
Some awesome cut here. Let me pull this down here.
He's absolutely fucking crushing it, man.
Yeah, so he just put up, he has a bunch of customs, Jay it does, that he's put up for sale here. And, we've talked about Jay's stuff a few times in the last couple of weeks. I love his style. This is like his style, the Turbo Dork, color shifting paints, bright colors, a lot of different stuff. And he's doing a couple different things. So now you see this Green Armory Knight done in like those Turbo Dork color shifting colors. That's not the only style he does, but he's very much developed his own style, which has like some metallics, bright colors, a lot of like creativity in the characters. He has like bios for each one of the characters. Like,
so cool. So
I
cool.
love this bio.
Look at this. Which one? This one over here?
Yeah.
Where's
Lady
the bio
Footloose Rod Step.
Yeah.
Lady Footloose Rod Step. Awesome name, dude.
Resurrection Ritual misfired. Casting the curse from Weekend at Bernie's 2.
That's good stuff, man.
I'm gonna have to grab one of these. Look at this one. Very Pan's Labyrinth.
So rad,
dude.
That's so cool. So cool.
And this one is reminiscent of the purple one he did with those massive wings, which I should have tried to buy it from him at Legion's Con. I was mad at myself for not doing that. Fancy warmongerer. And it's purple. Where's Jordan at?
Awesome.
Thomas Brain, cosmic pamphlet enthusiast. Why is he a pamphlet enthusiast?
It's awesome.
Badass.
Yeah, at Legion's Con, I couldn't decide what to buy.
Hold on a second. Oh, he's got a hot dog cat. I didn't even notice that from this angle. The
Nice.
Rift and the Relish is the name of the, let's call it a set, right? The Rift accidentally opened a hole in space and in space time during a charity barbecue for an animal shelter. Now stuck carrying a hot dog cat across the multiverse. The Relish, the hot dog cat.
That's
Nice.
awesome. Love
Jay's
it, man.
favorite.
Love it.
And then, of course, this fish guy.
So cool.
I can't believe nobody's grabbed this yet.
Telling you, at Legion's Con, man, I wanted to buy one of his customs. I just couldn't decide which one I wanted. I was literally like you said, like a goldfish. I was like, oh.
It's almost like you want everything and you kind of almost talk yourself out of getting something because you don't know what you want.
Yeah, literally.
If that
yeah.
makes any sense.
It does. It totally does. Yeah, it's
But check it out. He's got this posted in the Cabal right now. Jay, you probably have it on your Instagram too, right, Jay?
Or it's like the flip side, Ryan, when you go to Paul Stewart's table and you want everything at his table, but he doesn't sell anything.
Yeah, which is
bastard.
wild.
Paul Stewart, where's somebody get Paul on here right now? He's starting to piss me off. I wanted his faker from last year, and he was like, "Oh no,
Dude, I wanted his Starscream from last year, dude. Those I was like,
he did
come
start
on.
selling stuff. Did you see that? That he
No.
but not. He had specific stuff that was for sale this past
Okay.
year, but not like the faker. As far as I know,
He should be selling at Legion's Con, is what I'm saying. Stop teasing us, Paul. That's all I'm saying. Stop teasing us.
Ryan, can you delete this comment where Jay says he's going to post the wing one soon, so no one sees it except me?
Yeah, I got you.
Thank you.
I don't actually.
Just kidding.
So ban user, delete their. Is that what you need?
End stream. Yes. Thomas Paine as opposed to Thomas Brain. Yeah, so there you go.
It's awesome.
So yeah, custom figures, are they impulse buys? No. Bill says no, they're not impulse buys. They're definitely not from a financial perspective. I would agree with that.
I could dig that.
Yeah.
So back to Ryan. What's your take on where you're at right now with collecting and how you're looking at your future collecting?
So I've actually hit a wall. So the only two figures that I bought this year were McFarlane figures because they're DC. So, and it was a Zatanna and Elongated Man.
Mm-hmm.
These are the characters that I've been waiting on.
But, DC fanboy.
Fanboy, yeah.
Fanboy.
But I'm kind of throttling everything. Like all of the lines that I collect, it's not quite hitting the same. Like I'm not getting that same feeling when I open a figure and I'm like, oh, this is awesome. Like I can appreciate how good the figure is sculpt wise, stuff like that. But
sounds like it's the right time to pull back, man.
Yeah. So that's why I've been a little more conservative with every pre-order instead of it used to be I pre-ordered everything because I had FOMO, which was a terrible way to collect.
Happens to all of us, dude.
Yeah. We've all been there for sure.
Yeah. So now
happened to me last night.
Very, very picky. And space is definitely a factor in that too.
Yeah. No, I hear you. Absolutely. To me, that's almost the top, tier thing that I look at as far as what I purchase from now going forward is what kind of space do I have left to display stuff? And like we talked about, where I look at a lot of my older figures, especially because I want to say probably 50% of my collection now is all Four Horsemen products. So it's like now that I have all these Four Horsemen products on display, and a lot of them are older figures, do I think of maybe bagging all those up and putting them away somewhere to display newer figures so I can keep continuing to, purchase the figures that I love or the things that because I definitely am not a completist whatsoever. And there's complete waves that I've passed on and things that I know that I'll pass on in the future. But there's a lot of stuff that I know I will want. And so what do I do about it? Like I said, do I start rotating the old figures out to display the new figures? But then I look back and think to myself, well, what about those old figures? I mean, I still love all those old figures and I have those figures for a reason. You know what I mean? So it's tough.
Yeah. And also some of it depends on how do you display, like displaying your figures. And the funny, like Eric Miller, for instance, is a guy who is a Legions completist, right? He's a Legions completist. And as far as I know, I think all Legions, Mythic, Cosmic, and I think Figura too, that he's a completist on everything, and he barely displays anything.
That's
crazy. Because he just doesn't have space for it. Like it's
yeah.
And with my I don't display everything. Number one, because of space, even though I have a fair amount of space to put the stuff up, so I'm not worried about that as much. But I also just don't display stuff just to have it out there. Like, Eric, you've talked about this before, where I've never wanted a shelf with like row after row after row of figures and like single file line. You can't even see them all. They're just there to be there. Yeah. My shelves generally have some kind of theme, and it's not just like I have like a DC shelf. I have like an Arctic shelf. I have my brood shelf, which is literally like a purple vampire creature shelf. I have an indie shelf which has everything from Indiana Jones to like the Figura Gods of Egypt figures to like whatever else. And then randomly last year, without planning it, I started doing shelves that are like color themed. Like I was like, all right, I'm just gonna have a green shelf. I'm gonna have an orange shelf. I'm gonna have a blue shelf. And I was like, that's fun to like kind of go through and like see what figures fit on the shelf. And I sort of like the way it looks. But if your shelves are gonna have that kind of theme, you don't necessarily need to have everything out there. Not everything's gonna fit into one of those themes.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was thinking about when you were talking about being a completist, I'm thinking, man, like I'm very happy that my completist days are like way behind me, and that was back in my mint on card days where I never opened. I mean, for almost 15, 20 years, I was a mint on box, mint on card guy, where every figure that I bought never came out of package, never touched. You know what I mean? I bought them, I stored them away in totes, and I stored them in my storage unit, and that was it. And that was the back in the the Star Wars days, and the big one that I was a huge completist on was the old McFarlane toy line. Back in the McFarlane Spawn series and all the different toys that he created back then. And I mean, I was a huge completist on all of those lines, and it's like, I'm glad that I don't do that anymore. I mean, it's just too hard. And there's too much. There's way too much. I mean, it's crazy how many figures there are available now, especially in a line like Four Horsemen products. I mean, there's just so many now. I mean,
being a completist back then, especially with like McFarlane or something like that, and I wasn't collecting back then, but just looking backwards at it, that must have been so much fun, because you could be a completist by going like the old school hunt, like you were saying before, going like store to store.
And just seeing my thing is all, there was multiple vendors at Frankensons that always had all the latest and greatest drops from McFarlane. So it was like, it wasn't that hard, but when I went to Frankensons, I always knew, like, I'm going after, such and such figures that are out now from McFarlane. And it was like, that's what I was hunting for. You know what I mean? So that was like I said, that was the completest days. And yeah, I'm glad those days are long gone. What's up, Dave?
What's up, Dave? What's up, Dave-O? What's going on, brother? What's happening? So that's this week in collecting. This week in collecting. I think no matter what, because of the nature of collecting, and because there's like an addictive part of it, part of it is
absolutely.
part of it is definitely like that dopamine hit of placing the order. Like, and it's so easy when you just do it on your phone now, right?
Yep.
There's something to be said for at least taking a break. Like at least like I haven't done it this year, but last year when we were, kind of waiting for the Dragon to come out, that first part of the year, I didn't start it until February. So it wasn't that long, but for most of February, March, April, up to May, which is like my birthday month, I had like a toy embargo where I didn't, no new orders, no new pre-orders, no new purchases in store, no new money on toys at all, with a few very specific exceptions. And the exceptions were when the Dragon came out, I was going to order the Dragon stuff, and then ZoloCon. So if I bought a couple of things at ZoloCon, that was fine. And I bought a couple of things at ZoloCon, but it wasn't a lot. It was, it was this Skeletron figure. It was like another, 4-inch figure from Chicken Fried Toys. I've never opened it. I should open it today.
Yeah, I'm thinking about ZoloCon. I mean, obviously we all picked up the legendary barbarian there.
I did not.
Yeah, I got a legendary barbarian, and then I remember I bought my first and my only one that I have, one of those outer spacemen or whatever, the four horsemen one, the little. I bought that from somebody that actually brought it to the show for me, so I bought that. Other than that, I bought like a couple of little like 3D printed like silly little, like I bought like this. It's like a frog with like a rocket on his back, like just a stupid like 3D printed thing. Like I really didn't buy a lot at Zolo at all. I don't think I mean, like I said, I might have bought a few other figures, but I can't really recall. Like I know I didn't spend that much money at ZoloCon.
I've never even heard of that thing, but now I need it. Like the air I breathe, frog with a rocket.
Yeah, it's pretty dope, dude. It was just one of those things that, like I said, and it's weird, cool too, because the arms, they're like linked, so it's like his arms are loose. So when you throw him down, like his arms kind of spread out and stuff. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
What's up, Eric? Eric Miller's here. I know he loves Outer Space, man. It's freaking
yeah. I wish I could get into it more. It's just one of those things where, like, I know that they're really costly too. I mean, they're pretty damn expensive. Some of those.
There's some you can get some that are not. I have a couple that really weren't that bad that I got off.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, there's some that are, but I mean, obviously, you start going down that rabbit hole, and you're like, okay, I got to get all the ones from like Earth, Mars, Venus, Saturn. You know what I mean? Like, because there's all the different characters from all the different planets, and then you're like, okay, now I'm like into like, $3,000 worth of outer space, man.
Eric, do you want to break the news to Dave?
I am not, Dave. I'm sorry. I will not be attending Zolo. Yeah,
it's very sad.
Not I mean, like I said, not to say I didn't enjoy myself but Zolo and the Philadelphia trip was kind of like a bucket list one and done, where I got Zolo out of the way and I was able to tour and enjoy all of Philadelphia that I wanted to do. So it was kind of like I had to check that one off of my bucket list. So yeah, I won't be returning.
And Jeff, for the air purifier thing, I've got in my house right now, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 air purifiers, like in various rooms.
I've got a single one in my bedroom just for that reason. And I'm real religious on doing routine dustings. I'll take down an entire shelf, dust it, Windex it, the glass, the whole thing, put it all back together. Because that's to me, as far as collecting, I think that's part of the fun too. Is reorganizing your collections, dusting everything off, resetting up your figures so they look better. You know what I mean? Establishing better viewpoints or vantage of, moving stuff from the bottom shelves to the upper shelves that you get. You know what I mean? Like, I constantly look at that when I walk through my spaces and I go, okay, how does that look? Or is that character in the way of this character kind of thing? And yeah, but dusting, that no matter what you do, there's always going to be dust, but yeah, air purifiers definitely help break down that dust.
You can literally just go on Amazon. Like, I've ordered from directly from the manufacturer, not like from the manufacturer, but like from their like website or whatever, or just gotten stuff on Amazon. And there's the whole price range. But if all you're worried about is dust, you don't need a fucking like an insane, like they have some of this. You can spend $1,000 on like an air purifier. You don't, if all you're worried about is dust, you don't need to. It's just how big of a space do you have? Then, okay, do I need a bigger air purifier that's probably more expensive, or do I need a couple lesser expensive ones? Like you can get them pretty inexpensively.
Even the smaller ones, they'll do a
good amount.
1,000 square foot space, and that's way bigger than a standard bedroom size. So I mean, you don't really need anything that big or that expensive. I mean, you could spend less than $100 or maybe up to $100, and you could get yourself a decent air purifier.
Yeah.
And that seriously, drops that ratio as far as dust is concerned inside your room and on your displays. Because we've all been there. I mean, you leave figures on the shelves for a while, and you lift a figure out, and there's the footprints of the figure in the dust that and you're like, damn it, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, you definitely need to keep. You always have the dust, man. You always have the dust. It just means you're enjoying your collection. Like I said, you haven't forgotten about it. That's how I look at it.
I bought a couple recently, but they're not right for you. I bought them. They're a little bit more expensive, but not that expensive. But I bought them for my kids' rooms, and they're like combo air purifiers, humidifiers.
Mm-hmm.
But there's one that I've bought like a couple of. That's a smaller model that is big enough for like a bedroom, and it's just an air purifier. And I just like it because number one, it's not that expensive, and it comes with like a filter that, like, when you change the filter, like you can see the dust on it. So you're like, sweet, I didn't breathe any of this in. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Or it didn't get on my shelves. You know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's been This Week in Dust. This week in Dust.
This Week in Dust.
Here we go. Let's groups. So I take it you probably haven't gotten anything in this year, right?
No, I have. Pre-orders have come in. I showed you guys I got the Hot Toys T800 from Judgment Day. I got that, which obviously I pre-ordered that a while back. So that finally came in, which is superb. Freaking, yeah. I mean, like I said, for me, a big part of my collecting enjoyment is nostalgia and pop culture collecting. So having representations of pop culture things that I truly, truly love is one of those things that I want represented in my collection. And yeah, the T800 with the leather, jacket and pants, holding the minigun, pure awesomeness. It's freaking awesome. And I recently didn't, and I'm not a DC fanboy, but I love me some Batman and some Joker and a little bit of the villains or whatnot. And I've never had a Deathstroke figure, and this was actually almost an impulse buy because I had always wanted one, but never found the right one until I saw this. I think it's LPZZ. And I saw Sir Dork do a review on this, and I was like, dude, I gotta have this for sure. So yeah, I bought this, and yeah, but I mean, like I said, I don't have 20 Deathstrokes in my collection. This is the one and only one I have, and this thing is like literally like a mini Hot Toys figure. It is so freaking detailed and just so awesome. So yeah, I'm super stoked I picked up that.
Dave wants to know if that's a Social Distortion t-shirt.
Hell yeah. This is my shirt I got at the when I went last year to see them and Bad Religion in Las Vegas. So yeah.
Can we see it again?
Social D, baby, all the way. Yeah.
Nice, dude.
Of course, it's got the concert dates and everything on the back, but yeah, Social D for life, baby.
So here's your Deathstroke.
Yeah. So much freaking fun, man. Such a good figure.
LPZZ, that's one of the companies that did the Arkham Batman too, right?
Yeah. Exactly. So
it looks dope as hell.
And I had already, and the thing is, I have that Arkham Batman on pre-order from who's the one that did it?
In art. Me too.
So I figured, hey man, this would go good since this is an actual Arkham style one. I thought, well, I got that Batman on pre-order. This will actually fit perfect with them. So kind of why I ended up getting them too. So yeah. Other than that, I'm trying to think. I did finally complete my Devastator. So that was, one thing that I did. Yeah. I finally completed him. So that's great to finish off that. Now my Transformers collection is 100% complete where I wanted it now. So
Nice.
I'm really happy about that. But yeah,
There's
man.
your Terminator.
Yeah, bro. Oh man, it's such a good figure. So freaking iconic. So freaking awesome.
T2, baby. T2 was huge for us too.
Yeah,
that was
dude.
massive.
Yeah,
Guns N'
absolutely.
Roses.
Yeah.
Look at that. Oh, that was a. Oh, and this is just this was a head I picked up painted by Alex Soria, Skella Soria.
Hell
Look
yeah,
at this fucking
bro.
thing, man. Look at those eyes.
So good, bro.
So freaking badass.
Yeah.
Here's your Devastator.
Yeah.
There's a little glimpse of your room too.
Yeah, that's my living space right there.
Boom.
Devastator, baby, complete. I love it. I freaking love it.
Nice.
Yeah, dude. Super happy with that.
See, what did I say, Eric? Look, Steph said the same thing. First of all, what's up, Steph? Steph says, dig your beard, Eric. It's looking good today, man.
Thank you.
She said your shoes look fantastic. Did you have like an organized shoe collection in the background?
Where?
Or maybe that's the camera she's got in your spot.
I guess.
No. It was a typo. No. I don't know what. All right, put that back up.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like I said, that's why I love being able to, add something to my collection that as far as, like I said, pop culture is concerned, it speaks to me in that sense where like I said, there's an iconic figure or, but it doesn't mean I have to have, 60 figures or 100 figures, or it could be one or two, you know what I mean? It's like, and that completes the iconic picture that I want in my collection. Like I have the NECA, I have it paired. It's the NECA Ed 209 along with the SH Figuarts, or I think it's the Mafex RoboCop. You know what I mean? You have those two figures paired, and it's like, that's an iconic set right there. Now I don't need 80 other figures to go along with that, so it's like an easy thing to like put together as far as something that you could collect and display and have on display on a constant thing. You know what I mean? I just love being able to do stuff like that in little sets where I just have these little shelves that, like I said, I could put 2 or 3 or 4 or one single figure, and it without saying anything, it totally tells the whole story of what it is and who it is and where it's from. You know what I mean? And of course, things like, the T2 Terminator, that Arnold, it's so recognizable. Anybody that sees it knows exactly what it is, and not like, oh, what's that figure about? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know who the hell is. If someone goes in my room and asks me that, I'm kicking them out of my house.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah, get the fuck out. Just go on. Get
you and the horse you rode in on.
Get your shit and get out.
Ah! No! Sorry, I just messed something up. Do I do Mike then? Let's try Mike.
And sorry to everybody that I was gone for the last couple of weeks. I had some things I was taking care of. One was my lighting project, and the last weekend was the big car show that me and my dad go to. So we'll share some pictures of that.
Yeah, thanks a lot for leaving us. Appreciate it.
Hey, sometimes.
What's up, Dub Dub?
I can't be a geek all the time.
Not with an attitude like that, you can't.
Well.
We are back!
Oh, nut shot, bro.
Dude, Dub Dub, did you just take out Noah and the nuts?
Yes, he did. It gets better.
Huh?
He had to do that. It gets better. So he had to do that 4 times because I could not get that video.
And no one just stood there taking it
Like, wait,
Yep.
do it again.
Yes, he did.
straight to the nuts.
Oh,
Four times.
Hold on a second. One more time. One more time.
We are back!
That's wrong, bro.
We are back!
What take was that? Was that take 4?
Yes.
All right, nice.
That sucks. I'd be like, that's it. If you didn't get it the first time.
Exactly. Speaking of ZoloCon,
I can't believe it's me and my mom were just talking about. She's like, damn. She's like, oh, what's going on with everybody? I said, oh, they're all. She's all, what are you guys going to talk about today? I said, oh, we're going to talk about the RPG and we're going to talk about ZoloCon. She's like, man, has it already been a year? I was like, yeah, isn't that crazy? Yeah. It's already been a year. Wild.
Yes, it
here's
is.
the ZoloCon page. So end of the month, February 28th. I almost said February 28th, 29th, February 28th and March 1st, but it actually starts on the 27th. There's a VIP Friday night at ZoloCon. And I am told that the Four Horsemen will be selling figures Friday night.
Mm.
Where am I here? Here we go.
What do you got to pay extra to get in that first night?
Don't know. I do not know.
I think without the figure, it's like $50. I think.
ZerlerCon. Here, ZerlerCon. Is it Zerler? Let's find out, shall we? Let's find out together. Here we go. ZoloCon 2026. Fan pass is available now.
And even though I won't be attending, I will be depending on my friends to pick me up a couple figures there because there are going to be some dope freaking exclusives there.
You know we got you.
For sure.
So Ultimate VIP Pass includes the figure. $85.
That ain't bad, man. And that gives you access to the first day, right? Or the pre day or whatever, right?
The whole weekend.
Nice, dude. Nice. Yeah, that's cool. $85. And you get the figure? Shit. So that's what, like a $50 figure, right? So you're like $35 for the pass.
There you go.
That's nothing, dude.
$85, Ultimate 3-day VIP Pass, and Grim the Executioner.
Nice.
Pretty cool. And did you see this up here? So McFarlane's going to have a booth there. And all adult pass levels eligible for a free McFarlane toy figure at the McFarlane booth while supplies last. They did that at PowerCon too. Remember that, Ryan?
Nice.
Yeah, they were doing raffles and stuff too for that. Or like giveaways.
Hey, I'll tell you what, if you guys pay for my airfare and hotel, I'll swing for the freaking pass.
You take a check.
Exactly.
All right. So down at the bottom, you can have.
Oh, Dub says 65 for the figure.
That's even better.
Damn, that's way even better. So yeah, you're freaking like $15 for the pass.
So Sunday only for adult is $15.
I thought they had the VIP by itself. I was wrong.
Saturday only is $20. Space Heroes VIP. I think that means you get a Space Heroes figure. Do I have my Space Heroes monkey down here? Are they usually monkeys? It was a monkey last year. Lincoln Monsters. They're like Mego style figures, I believe, right? Lincoln Monsters.
I've never heard of Lincoln Monsters, to tell you the truth.
Ah,
nice. That's a cool one.
There you go.
Yeah.
General Zolo. Get it?
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the Monster Force exclusives and obviously that ZoloCon Four Horsemen exclusive. That's gonna be cool.
I don't know what this is all about. Night of the Living Dead. exclusive 3.75 cast signed glow in the dark George A. Romero action figure.
Look out.
Coming to get you.
It's glow in the dark. We have to have it.
I mean,
So
that's pretty cool.
It's awesome.
Talk about an impulse buy. Like it's not like I was waiting for a freaking George Romero figure.
saying last year, if you didn't buy the Ultimate VIP and wanted an exclusive, you had to pay a premium for the exclusive.
Oh yeah, that the Warrior Beast Headhunter or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Boom. And here's Grim the Executioner again. Most people have probably seen this, but pretty badass figure. Great for a Halloween display. Pretty gnarly. Here's some awesome Trevor photography.
Great for any display, man. That's an awesome figure.
Woo!
Very cool.
It's between two torches, how it should be.
Yes.
Yes. You gotta have some torches. Otherwise, how can you see? You need some torches. So that's cool. But there's
do they have the Monster Force ones up there or no?
it's not part of the passes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Never mind then.
That might be on Big Bad Workshop's like page for their Zolo shit.
Yeah.
Let me see.
But there might also be. Yeah, if you find it, let me know. There's another. It's more than one way to skin a toy. Stop that. And then here's the ZoloCon Facebook page. This might have some other stuff. Here's this dude talking about stuff. I don't know what Robo 7 is. Grindstone toys. Is that different than Grindhouse? Grindstone toy. I guess that is different.
Yeah, I've never seen those before. They look like 3.75 style figures, almost like the old classic G.I. Joe kind of thing.
Yeah, but they're going to be together with Skeletron and Marauder Gunrunners. So there you go.
Nice.
And there's a Grim the Executioner again. Some Four Horsemen goodness.
Hell yeah.
And we'll probably see. I mean, I think popular opinion has it. I don't think they've actually said this yet. But popular speculation is that this will be our first glimpse, at the 2026 touring figure.
Ooh.
Because that's where we saw Legendary Barbarian for the first time.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Definitely want to know what that is if it comes out. That'd be really cool.
Here's Mike Zolotro.
The upcoming ZoloCon exclusive from Lincoln Monsters, General Zol, the Astro Simeon, as you can see here. Now, this is a pass that we have offering right now on the ZoloCon website. This is straight from the folks at Lincoln Monsters. And this is the box, what it's going to look like. You get this. All right. And when you get the pass, you have the option of actually coming to our toy release party on Saturday as well. And that will be taking place at night. It's after the show. And we will it's a catered event, so we will be sending out RSVPs for that particular event if you order before the 3rd your ticket. Okay, so just letting you know. And that also comes with the Night of Living Dead pass as well. So if you get the Night of Living Dead pass, it will have the exclusive toy release party where our guests will actually be at this party as well. So any of the cast from the Night of the Living Dead, as well as the some of the folks from Lincoln Monsters as well. So you get a chance to see that.
That's pretty cool.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
I did find the Big Bad Workshop exclusive for Zolo.
Want to throw it up?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Share screen. Is that the one you were talking about?
Yeah. That's
okay.
I think there's two of them. I think there's two exclusive, if I'm not mistaken. I saw another one too, or maybe it's just that one with a different head. Maybe, yeah.
From your lips to Mike Zolotro's ears, Jordan. Barbarian Hedgehog touring fig confirmed. Well, I guess not Mike Zolotro's. Maybe it is.
Yeah.
I think it's the same figure with a different. It's like it comes with.
Yeah,
different head.
yeah. It just comes with a different head. Yeah. I had thought I saw another Monster Force figure that they were going to have at the show, but maybe I was mistaken. But yeah, that one looks cool, man.
Grim is what happens when you work customer service too long. Previously, he was Grim the car wash attendant, but he found his calling.
Sometimes it takes a while.
Yeah. Oh, Cloud says that figure has 2 different heads. There's a touring pre-order going up too.
Nice.
This guy. Oh, have you ever seen this? Wiz's Groceries?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he makes dope, crazy, creative
Yeah.
little art pieces basically out of like regular like grocery items, but makes them into like creatures and shit.
Yeah, it's crazy. So cool.
How do I?
My cousin actually picked up one of those.
Oh yeah?
It's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, so here's a bunch of stuff. Danhausen. Oh, the figure. Maybe not Danhausen, the guy. So, I'm going to need some of these translucent guys in my life. So, Necro the Grave Runner.
You missed that cool translucent one last year.
Yeah, the translucent blue one, but there's a
Yeah.
translucent green one here, but there might also be a blue one. McFarlane, like we said, will be there. Oh, this one I really want. Skeletron. Beware the Yeti. Look at this translucent blue 375.
Yeah.
Goodness.
That's cool.
The one true scale.
Yeah. If you don't come home with that, that's definitely a miss right there.
Miss, right?
Yeah. That's cool. That's right up your alley, dude.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Did you open your RoboSkull yet?
No.
No.
You mean the Robo Skull from the original Kickstarter that I have? That's right there.
Yep, that's the one.
I should do that tonight.
He'll have it for sale at ToyCon, New Jersey. Don't worry.
I'll be selling it for $150 at fucking at the Wayne Toy Show.
Yeah.
So that's him. Legends of Dragonor are going to be there. Another convention exclusive. This gold guy.
Nice.
We call him Orator or Legends of Dragonor gold guy.
Yeah.
And live tattooing. Should I or should I not get a hedgehog tattooed on me?
Exactly.
Fucking
Your
do it.
answer in the comments.
Do it.
All right, so here's this Dine with the Dead thing. Here's the menu, right? So the thing Mike was talking about, you can go and start with a caprese salad, right? Caprese salad. Then a flank steak with roasted mushrooms or a chicken breast with artichoke pesto. I remember they did like a dinner last year with I forget who it was with. Some famous, pop culture guy. And I was going down, I forget where I was actually going, but this guy was he was going to the dinner. And so we were in the same elevator at the hotel. And he's like, "Oh, are you going to the thing with blah, whoever the guy was?" And I'm like, "No," but I'm like, that's pretty cool. He was like all like dressed up, like all pumped up for it. No open bar though. Brooks Nook is going to be there. Let's go.
Amber's excited for that one.
Hell yeah. That's where we get our Squishmallows from. I'm trying to get her to get those the jelly cats in. Of course, your boy
Treat your
Blake,
Joe.
baby.
D Blake Makes will be there. Treat Your Shelf. I got to pick up some more stuff from him too. I have this Indiana Jones sign right here. He's up on my Indiana Jones shelf.
There's another thing that elevates any collection 100%, man, is signs by D Blake,
Yes.
dude. Damien, master.
Maybe I'll have my Mezcos are just interspersed. Maybe I'll make a Mezco shelf and get this Mezco sign.
Yep, I got mine on my shelf. Dude, I think I have probably like 15 of those signs in my collection right now, all displayed with my collection. It's so cool, and they look They're all beautiful, dude. They're all beautiful.
Oh, Delta 17, another 375 line. That's cool.
I hate that those are actually speaking to me.
Who, the Delta 17s?
Man, a
Well,
lot of
the
go
3
ahead.
and 3/4 stuff.
Yeah, a
And
lot of these
Why?
3 3/4 stuff are really looking really cool, man.
yeah,
Dude, this is look, the hate for this scale is ridiculous because this is sort of what a lot of us not all, everyone, but a lot of us grew up on it.
Yep.
Like, they're awesome figures. They tend to be a little bit less, although not as the Delta's not as much as it used to be. They tend to be less expensive than 6-inch. 7-inch is, to me, like the McFarlane 7-inch is too big for me. They take up less space. They're fun. They're cool looking. Let's go.
Yeah.
What's up, Machu?
Pretty dope. Can you guys imagine if Four Horsemen had gone the 4-inch or the 3.75 route?
So listen to this. I was thinking about this the other day and how the Horsemen are doing like all different kinds of things. I'm still holding out hope that eventually they'll do, even if it's a limited line for fun, of 375 or 4-inch Legions figures.
That would be cool, dude.
I would be so all over
But
it.
can you imagine if the entire line was 375?
No.
like I don't know if it would hit the same.
It probably wouldn't have. It probably wouldn't have for the whole, like, especially with the whole customizing aspect. Like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
6 inches is just better for that. What Battlestar? There's new Battlestar Galactica figures? I didn't know that. All right. Oh, here's the monkeys I was talking about, Space Heroes. Monkeys. Formo Toys, the Legends of Dragonor, like we said.
Nice.
They always have a really awesome display when they're at shows too.
Yeah,
they have
do.
their own little executioner. Look at this guy.
Yeah.
Love
Yeah, their castle display at Legion's Con is always so dope, dude. That castle is fucking awesome.
Oh, and that's right. So then Valaverse is doing their pirate line too.
Uh-oh.
I kind of don't love this though. Like, it's cool, octopus face. Eternia Dreams will be there. You know, they'll have some fly ass stuff. Maybe I'll have to get see if they have a Classics Roboto.
Eternia has always got great stuff, dude.
Dan Larson's going to be in the house, my close personal friend.
Who you didn't talk to?
Yes.
Who you didn't interview?
Yeah, exactly. Close personal friend. Yeah, I think we've seen most of this stuff.
Yeah.
NECA will have a booth there.
Nice.
Dude, it's going to be massive. So before we left,
there's something I'm waiting on. I'm waiting on the NECA Sesame Street Big Bird to start hitting shelves. I want to add that to my Sesame Street collection.
oh, good call.
That's gonna be a big hit for my edition. It's gonna be awesome.
Green.
Yeah, that's a cool figure, man.
The real chain. I mean, it's a physical chain anyway. And you have the Tharnog, like crystal ball thing.
It's got the not hand of Vecna.
Yes. Cool. All right.
Hell yeah.
All right. That's ZoloCon. Zolo thoughts, Ryan?
I can't wait. Cannot wait. I'll be there at the ass crack of dawn like I usually am, but it is getting harder and harder to do that.
Hey, if I can make a suggestion, definitely if you can give yourself an extra day before or after ZoloCon, definitely go check out the Frank Frazetta Museum. That was fucking awesome. That was a huge thing that I did that was on my bucket list for visiting Philadelphia.
Big Bird is $60.
Oh, he will be. Yeah, he's gonna be huge, dude. That's Big Bird, bro. It's gonna be huge.
7-inch.
Yeah.
7-inch too.
Yeah, he's gonna be awesome.
That just
Totally
makes
getting
me
him.
sad.
Totally getting him. And I
Oh,
know
really?
they have Super Grover coming out too, so he's definitely, like I said, I'm doing the whole team, man. So this will definitely be a completist collection for sure. You got to do the whole team.
There's ankles there, right? Or at least some type of swivel right inside here.
I don't know. It's not like you're gonna put Big Bird in a dynamic pose, anyways. You know
Not
what
with
I
an
mean?
attitude like that, you're not. It'd be cool if you came with a nest.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, this one's going to be massive.
Yeah, so
People are
fucking cool.
pumped up about Big Bird. Is it the same
Absolutely.
picture just over and over. Oh,
Yeah, it's gonna be fucking awesome. Love it, dude. How can you go wrong, dude? Big Bird, come on. So
I love they
iconic.
include the B.
Yeah. Well, the Bert and Ernie came with, I think it was C, and then the count came with A. So now you got ABC on your thing.
That's cool. I didn't get any of the Sesame Street ones, but they're really cool.
Yeah, I have them all so far. So yeah, I'm super pumped. They look so freaking good, dude.
There you go. Just like you said. Cool. Bert and Ernie.
Hell
And Big Bird
yeah.
now.
And the count.
Nice. Thank you, Jay.
Here you go. This is the part of the show where we abandon all our efforts at collectors. Pretty much, Bill.
True.
You'll notice I never made any promises.
But you know, to retort, I have space and a dedicated space for my Sesame Street collection. So it's
well, allow me to retort.
so I don't have to worry about where my Sesame Street stuff's going to go. It's already there in place and it's already set. So
Okay, G sent me the Battlestar.
Thanks, Bill, for making us feel bad.
Not me. There's a Cylon. It looks pretty good.
Oh, nice.
Gold Cylon. I don't know what the difference is.
Starbuck.
Yeah.
Starbuck, yeah.
My daughter loves Starbucks.
Yeah. It's awesome.
And that was the same guy. Was he Face, right? Face from the 18?
Yep.
That's dope.
Yeah.
These look like prototypes, right?
That's awesome. That's old school classic freaking
So who's doing
Battlestar
that?
Galactica.
They're
This
doing
is-
the ship.
Factory Entertainment. 1/18th Battlestar Galactica figures.
Hell yeah.
It's cool. That's right, Darren Osborne. That's cool. Thank you, G.
What up, Brick?
Sorry, this is just my Facebook. Oh. Wait, what's this? Wait, is this a custom shredder? Legion shredder?
Nice, dude.
That's not bad.
Not bad at all. That's good, man. Real good job. Love the colors on that thing. Yeah, it's Apollo and Starbuck. Dirk Benedict played Starbuck.
Yeah, Dirk Benedict. There you go. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
The Commanders.
Yeah, Apollo and Starbuck. Hell yeah, dude. That's old school jams right there, right? You had to
I'll be right back.
You had to be from back in the day to see that shit, dude. Hell yeah.
So I was never around for the original Battlestar Galactica, but I was for the remake.
Yeah. I'm old school Battlestar Galactica for sure. That was a cool show, man. Definitely cool. Cool toy line too, until they fucked up the Boba Fett launching rocket thing because the little kid choked to death on the Cylon's spaceship rocket that shot out. That's where that whole thing came from. Yeah.
Wow. All it takes is one.
Yeah. There's always one to fuck it up for us. Sorry, kid.
I mean, it's horrible that happened, but shit, that would have been a cool toy.
It would have been, and it wouldn't have made the original freaking Boba Fett worth like $1.8 million. You know what I mean? Fucking crazy, dude. yeah, absolutely. Trevor says stupid kids.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Rest in peace, Jarts. The lawn darts, dude. Hell yeah. Hells yeah. That's what I'm saying, dude. If you ever threw jarts, you knew your life was in danger, but you didn't care. It was so much fun.
So I remember when you guys brought them up, I had absolutely no idea what the hell you guys were talking about.
Dude, yeah. Big, heavy metal lawn darts with a freaking plastic like dart fantail on it that you just swung as hard as you could and threw it up in the air, and you try to get into this like hula hoop circle that you placed out in a distance or whatever. And yeah,
Okay.
yeah. If that thing came down on you, yeah, it was game over, dude. Because it was literally like they literally weighed like fucking, 2.5 pounds. It was full metal, dude. It was like, and they stuck right into the ground. They didn't come down flat. They came down spear down. Like they had weight to them, dude, and they were freaking deadly as hell.
So that's how the game was supposed to be played, but how kids actually played it, you threw it up, you stood there, and it was kind of like playing Russian roulette.
Yeah. Basically,
Okay.
yeah. Because the thing is like sometimes you threw it, and you're a little kid. You have like no control or like muscle,
Yeah.
control. Sometimes you threw it, and it went shooting backwards over your head into the crowded area where all your friends were standing or playing or something. Yeah, dude, it was like run. You know what I mean? It's like because this freaking metal missile is like coming down and dude, yeah, it would literally go through your skull. Like there was no doubt about it. It was a head, like I said, it was a heavy piece of metal with like a tip on it, dude. It wasn't like, yeah, it was freaking.
Curling is just jarts for athletes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they were no joke, dude. They were no joke. There was, like I said, there was so many things that, like I said, we should have died from back then. But hey, we're we're still here, baby. Generation X, let's go.
There we go.
Another cool thing, I mean, outside of touring Philadelphia, which was unbelievably awesome to go inside of Philadelphia and go to like the museums and the different food places and all the historical sites, was actually going to visit, and that was the last day before I left, was going and visiting that brand new King of Prussia mall, that big giant super mall that they have right there. And it's like a mile down the street from the hotel. It's right there.
Close.
Dude, that mall was absolutely beautiful. It was so freaking nice, dude. I haven't walked through a nice mall in so many years, dude. I was like, wow, this place is out. It was mind blowing how nice that place. Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah. Trevor says built character and eye patches are cool. Yes. Yeah.
So did you see hold on a second. What was it? Was it this? No. It's last week, right? Yes. Here we go. So last week was the Royal Rumble episode?
Yes.
Right?
That's when you were watching it, and I watched the replay where you were like giving the play-by-play as it was happening.
Oh, so you did see it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. Fuck.
Yeah, I watched the replay when I came home from the car show. Come on, man. I always watch your replay if I'm not there. What are you talking about?
I'm trying to move this back. Mouse. Oh wait, here we go. Here. Wait.
Yeah, I'm glad I got to spend that time with you too, Steph. That was awesome. Me and Steph went to the Museum of Art of Philadelphia, and that was just an amazing day, man. An amazing day. So cool. So thankful that you went with me.
So
couldn't think of anybody else.
So as I was semi live streaming the Rumble here last week, the funny thing about the Rumble was I actually didn't have an issue with either of the winners of the women's rumble or the men's rumble. And as a matter of fact, I was actually kind of pumped when Roman won. Because I think Roman is cool as shit. And then I don't know if you saw Monday Night Raw. Roman and CM Punk had a face-off that was one of the greatest face-off promos in history. Like, Roman CM Punk is already like a big-time amazing match, but holy crap, after watching that, I was like, I'm all in. Let's do it. Let's go. I'm already more excited for that match than I was for anything off last year's. But going along with the wrestling theme, I don't know if you saw this or not. LeBron, did you see this? Special thing that happened on Purple Gang Gang.
I wanted to rebrand him, so I just made him a quick little intro video. So let's play that real quick.
That's awesome.
Engaged. You can't outrun the hedgehog. Static in the dark. Feel the thump inside your skull. Underground, born to brawl. Now the hedgehog wants it all.
Oh, punching kids.
You punched a kid, bro.
Feel shock. Welcome to the chaos block.
I got
Bro.
so many questions about that finisher move.
Yeah.
So thank you for that, Jordan.
Punching a kid in the face, dude. That's awesome.
Fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids.
And that was also, if you didn't catch it live and haven't watched it on the replay, check out Purple Gang Gang from last week, where you get to see that. They also had a star-studded cast on. Cornboy was on. Chris was on. Chris is on a lot, but it was a star-studded cast. Billy Beige, of course, he's always on, but it's we still love Billy. So that was a lot of fun. I showed that to my wife, and she shook her head.
That's awesome.
She thought it was cool too. So that's that. Where is my? Here we go. Let's just do this. The mouse is being very weird. I have my my work laptop mouse plugged in right now because the other one needed to be charged because technology hates me. What is wrong with this thing, man? There we go. Sorry, this mouse is being weird. Yes, Barriego was there as well. What? A Sofubi hedgehog? Steph, if that's true, I'm going to be a very excited hedgehog.
Hell yeah.
RPG, couple things going on here. We got a new logo for the RPG. Check it out. Mythic Legions and the cool font over a little book here, the role-playing game. What do you think?
Pretty awesome.
I like it.
We also have some coins that were announced earlier today by Jeremy.
Now we're all going to be coin collectors. Great. Fucking A.
Yeah, so check it out. if you haven't already, go to Kickstarter and follow the RPG game. So the Mythic Legions, you've probably heard this before. If you haven't, on Kickstarter.com or the Kickstarter app, search up the Mythic Legions role-playing game and follow the Kickstarter. We're over 1,400 followers right now for a Kickstarter that doesn't even launch until later this month. So the Kickstarter is going to launch right before ZoloCon. So at the end of February, it's going to launch. And the reason why, well, there's multiple reasons, but some of the reasons why it's so important to follow the Kickstarter is, number one, then you don't miss any of the updates, of course. But also, the more followers that a Kickstarter gets on the Kickstarter site, they push the Kickstarter out to more and more people. So if you're interested in sort of doing something that doesn't really cost anything to sort of help the Kickstarter be a success, one thing you can do is you can just follow the RPG on Kickstarter, and that really helps.
Yep.
Let's do it.
So here is the elf character that we've seen a few times here. Any interest in the elf, you guys?
Absolutely.
Yes. Yes, sir.
I'm a customizer. You know, I could see 20 different things with that already. So yeah, absolutely.
Do we have...
I mean, even if it's just in different color variants, it's an amazing base to start with for sure.
So then here we go. Earlier this week, they showed more photos of this character. Today, we are showing another upcoming new figure that will be part of our Kickstarter for Mythic Legions, the role-playing game. Popping and swapping and customizing have been a part of Mythic Legion since the very start of the line. This works wonderfully well in an RPG setting, since creating characters and updating those characters over time as they quote-unquote level up, term of art, is a part of the gameplay experience. Some of the items offered for the Mythic Legions RPG will be called base figures. So the heroic cleric, shown in this post, is an example of one of these figures, which will be part of the Kickstarter for $29.99. Say that again.
Big thumbs up to that.
Big Bird is $60. Nothing against Big Bird. I'm just saying. Legion's figure, $29.99, comes with a brand new torso and waist pieces, plus a mace, spell book on a chain, chest belt, removable shoulder armor, and 2 sets of hands. We call those pauldrons. And then the base figures can be accessorized and customized with character packs that will be a part of the Kickstarter as well. Character packs, $14.99 in the Kickstarter. The Paladin pack includes a helmet, 2 different face plates, a plume, and a spike for helmet toppers, sword and a scabbard, and a shield. So you get the base figure for $29.99. If you so choose, you can get these character packs and make multiple different characters. Here's 2 of the characters you can make here. You can make the cleric and the paladin. What are we thinking about this?
Awesome.
I'm in
Yep. Awesome.
So
for this.
not only is the RPG paladin, so the SDCC paladin is going to be a part of the Kickstarter. He's going to be a part of a tier or tiers in the Kickstarter. I don't think we have further details than that. Although I think Jeremy did make a comment that the tier or tiers that the paladin will be a part of, you don't have to worry about too much, because that entire tier of what you would get is less expensive than what the paladin is going for on the secondary market.
Yeah.
But if you like that figure, here is the very similar build basically here.
Yep.
With then you have the plastic pieces in red here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, basically the same figure, just no soft goods.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
So
I
you
mean, from that picture, you couldn't even tell because of the way that they're sculpted beautifully.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they're so good. I didn't even know. I needed to double check to make sure that they weren't soft goods.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Are the red pieces, the skirt pieces, and the torso? Those are plastic. They're not soft goods, right?
These red ones are plastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sculpted.
okay. I didn't realize that until right now. Okay,
Mhm.
that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, super cool.
Mhm.
And so I've never played D&D or anything like that, right?
Mhm.
I've never been an RPG guy, never been a tabletop gamer or anything. The closest I ever got was when I was younger. I was into like Wizards and Warriors books, you know, and
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
essentially choose your own adventure, which
yeah,
most people are
yeah.
probably familiar with. So from that perspective, I'm sort of into that kind of stuff, but I never really played D&D.
Mhm.
And I would be honest with you, if Mythic Legions wasn't doing an RPG, I probably would never play it. Like I was just
Right.
nothing against it. It's cool. It involves some stuff like knights and wizards and shit that I like, but I was just never got into it. But because Mythic Legions is doing it, I was kind of interested in it, and that's how I started playing with my group, where Patrick Boyle is our GM, and we've got Anthony Halseal, Nate Armstrong, Brett Stoddard, you know, and that's like our crew, right? And I've had a blast. You know, it's been really, really cool. And I try to make sure that I'm not saying like too much because we're play testing, you know, part of the game, really, right? And I have to be careful about what I say because everything is new to me. This
Mhm.
entire world, all of it is new. So I don't want to say anything that I'm not really supposed to say, but it's cool, man. It's pretty fun. And if nothing else, it's like another excuse to sort of like hang out with your friends,
Mhm.
you know, and just like hang out and talk. And any session sort of like begins or ends with just like talking about whatever. And then during the session, like it's just kind of cool. It's like you kind of get to do sort of whatever you want.
Mhm.
The last session, excuse me, which I missed, which I was very bummed about, was an in-person session. And it was one where they were playing with like figures too, like actual like Legions figures as part of the game, which is pretty cool. I ended up missing it because unfortunately that was the weekend that Mrs. Hedgehog had her car accident. Mrs. Hedgehog is fine, for anybody that doesn't know. Our car has been totaled out and that car is gone, but that's why I couldn't make it down there. So I did what sort of amounts to like a makeup mini session where it was just me and Patrick last night, where we did like a little session. And it was like, I don't think I'm saying too much, where the way they sort of did it, my character was sort of knocked out and like in like a dream, you know, in like a sleep, and like was just dreaming the whole time. So then my whole session last night with Patrick was this dream I was having and like the visions I was being shown and stuff. And the coolest thing is, it's like, all right, we're starting it. And I'm like, and I don't really know what to do. So I just start asking questions. Like, oh, well, what can you show me? Can you show me something this? Can you show me that's something that'll help our quest? You know, what does this mean? Can I do that? You just start asking questions, and the GM says yes, no, or tells you another part to the story. And then if you want to do something, says, okay, roll for this, roll for that, you know, roll for this kind of check. And then you do. And like, that's the game sort of builds on itself. And I was like, it wasn't something that I really had an interest in before. So I think I'm a very, I think I'm interesting anyway, but I think I'm an interesting test case for this kind of thing because, you know, you're going to have certain people that are going to be into this already. People that are into Legions are going to be into this because it's Legions related. So they'll want to experience something else that has Legions characters, which the Legions RPG does. Then you're going to have people that are just way into RPGs already, and this is another RPG, so they're going to be into it. Yes, of course, I'm in Legions, but it's like I'm the guy who's never played an RPG before in my life. So it's like, how is this going to appeal to me? And I have to say, from my own experience, I'm already having fun with it, you know, and, you know, we all have like super stacked, you know, lives when it comes to our interests already. But this is something that I'm having enough fun that it doesn't feel like I'm making time for it, you know? So I would encourage anybody that even has a passing interest in the RPG to check it out. Because I think it's something that you might have fun with. And again, it's another one of those things that is an excuse or a reason to spend time with friends where you're not doing anything else. Just the three of you or the four of you or the five of you or six of you, however many it is, are just spending time together and just chilling and being creative. A lot about the game is being creative and just sort of playing off each other. So it's really cool. I would encourage anybody who, like me, was never into RPGs to give it a shot. And if nothing else, there's going to be some really dope figures as part of the offering.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I the way I've been looking at it is like you, I've always, I was there from the very beginning when you know TSI or TSR created and launched Dungeons and Dragons way back then, and watched all the kids that played and kind of learned the gist of the game and stuff. But I never played. I never was part of a D&D group or whatever. And I had my own thing. I mean, I was doing my thing, as far as like playing with Star Wars toys or riding my bike or my skateboard and stuff. And my other friends that were into D&D were
fighting in the Revolutionary War.
They were playing D&D. But I've never, like I said, I've never been a tabletop gamer. I've played a few tabletop games with a group of friends that I have that I worked with through the years, and they sometimes would have sessions where they would have a certain whatever tabletop game they broke out that night, and I'd join in and play a game or two or whatever with them, but never got into like the Dungeons and Dragons thing. What I'm looking at is, I know it seems like it's to me it seems like it's like a gateway for Four Horsemen to give us that entrance or that first step into the RPG world that a lot of us maybe have never been a part of, to see what it's like and to start enjoying that. And the thing I'm looking at it too is that is it the hopes of 4-H to maybe attract RPG players to the figures, because it's kind of one of those things where you kind of have to understand, if you don't know the world and you haven't been around it, like I said, if I go to a tabletop, because I go to tabletop game places all the time to pick up paints, my paint stuff, that's where I get all my paints from.
The comic shop near me has a whole tabletop gaming space dedicated to it, and a lot of times that'll be going on when I go there.
Yeah. So all these I go to there's probably like 3 or 4 different places here, local to me, that I go to for different paints and stuff. And you walk in, I mean, like I said, and there's tons of tables and there's tons of games going on. And you say Mythic Legions or action figure collecting, and those guys look at you like you're speaking, like you just came from Mars. They have no they have no clue and no interest in action figure collecting, or you say popping and swapping, or I customize, or this. They're like, what? You know what I mean? Like they'd have, but on their side, I mean, they're talking their Warhammer lingo, or their whatever tabletop game that they're into, their lingo, and they're with their little measuring things, and they're doing their moves and rolling their dices, and I have no idea what's going on there. So it's kind of weird. Like, I wonder if it's going to be more where the concept is going to bring more of us from action figure collecting into RPG, or is the thought that they want to bring more of the RPG world into the figure collecting world, which I think, to be honest, I think is going to be the harder sell. You know what I mean?
So I agree, but here's where I think it makes a lot of sense. So, I mean, and again, I'm not Four Horsemen, and nobody from Four Horsemen has told me this. My guess is it's sort of both. Is that sure? I'm sure they would love to attract RPG fans to the Mythic Legions brand, and if they got into the figures, that would be great. And then they would love to attract Mythic Legions fans to the RPG world, because the way RPGs work, if this is successful, that's not it. Like, it goes on forever. Like, there's updates, there's different versions. Like, it keeps going. Like, RPGs are so insanely hot, and I didn't realize how serious RPG people were. Until this happened, and I got into one of the RPG Facebook groups, and I saw the way they talked about that recent convention that they had, Page in Philly, and they're so into it. I see a lot of there's a lot of obvious pathways between those things, though. You know what I mean? If you look at Dungeons and Dragons, those characters are Mythic Legions fucking characters. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
Paladins,
absolutely.
All these, goblins, wizards, trolls, giants. All of these things. Like, it's very easily back and forth between Mythic Legions characters. You could take all of those characters and drop them in a D&D game, or take D&D games. Characters, drop them in the Mythic Legion world, and it all works. And I'll take it even a step further. Because I thought the same thing. When you're talking about the Mythic Legions community is about collecting the figures and customizing and stuff. A lot a lot of the D&D and RPG community, they are customizers.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
you know,
That was the point
painting
I
the
was gonna make, too.
miniatures.
That was
Yeah,
the point I
painting
was
the
gonna make.
miniatures.
I
Like,
go into my
yeah.
Warhammer shop, dude. Those Warhammer guys are freaking paint gurus, dude. I mean, they do paint jobs on some of this stuff that, I mean, I'll put against the best custom anywhere in Mythic.
Some of the
against
best
some of this
painters
guy.
out there.
Oh, absolutely. So I'm thinking, like I said, my thing is, but that's the thing. Those guys will paint miniatures, and they'll have literally like hundreds of those miniatures in their collection that they've all custom painted or whatever. Do I see that? And it's only because, like I said, it's on a smaller scale, so they can actually, and they utilize all those pieces like in their armies or on their games or whatever. Do I see that in the same sense? I mean, maybe, like I said, yes, maybe they'll buy one particular or two figures for the RPG game and then maybe paint it and customize it up. But then that's their figure, that's their character. That doesn't necessarily mean they're going to want to buy 80 to 100 more Mythic Legions figures. I mean, I could be dead wrong, but it's kind of one of those things where if they're not utilizing their specific character for their RPG while they're playing their game, they don't, you know what I mean? They're not bringing it to the table, kind of thing.
Except, and again, I don't know that. I think it would be great for some of like RPG people to get into Mythic Legions collecting. I think that is possible, and I think that will happen. Actually,
it will. There's definitely gonna be some people that are gonna be like, oh wow, like I've never heard of this line, and you know they're definitely gonna be geeked out on it and see what they like.
Plus,
like
RPG people never have one character. Like,
yeah.
I play with Nate, and he's got like 3 or 4 characters going right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
But to Trevor's point, that's probably the big, like, I'm sure they want all of the things we're talking about, and they being the studio, right? But I think literally, if the RPG is just the Kickstarter funds and it's a success, and there's just RPG people that start playing the RPG, and this is one of the RPGs they like, that's a fucking home run. Like, it's a home run, and it's going to go on for years.
That's the thing that I'm hoping is a success. That it is a home run with the dedicated RPG community. The gameplay and the way that it's focused and the way that it lays itself out isn't, because I mean, you look at the RPG world, dude. There's literally like thousands of RPG games. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and more new coming all the time.
And not all of them are like Warhammer, you know what I mean? Like not all of them hit as hard as that, you know what I mean? There's a lot of great games out there that maybe people have played once or twice or maybe 5 or 6 times or whatever, but they're not playing it like they're playing Warhammer. I mean, the Warhammer guys are just, I mean, that shit is insane, like how blown up that world is and how hardcore that collective of enthusiasts for that particular, you know, IP is. It's so, like I said, hopefully, granted, they obviously they've put their time and the dedication, and they've got the right people on board to make this a great, you know, presentation and a great game. Hopefully it you know, it hits home with all the really, like I said, the hardcore RPG world and the guys out there. I mean, like I said, I think it's an outstanding attempt to draw in an entirely different world of, you know, of possible, you know, customers and fans for the Mythic Legions line or the Four Horsemen line. But yeah, it's like I said, it's gonna be interesting to see how it rolls out.
Yeah, and I think like I said, I think they want all of that back and forth. But I do think my guess is, and I think I feel pretty confident saying this, that it's less about drawing RPG people to the Mythic Legions line, although that will be great, and I think that will happen, and more about this is just a new thing we do. We do, you know, this isn't, we're having an RPG game, and it's an easy transition because, so to Brian's point here, is it's compatible with D&D. You know, it's compatible with the last 2 handbooks that are like kind of everybody goes by. There's a 2024 one that is, I think there's still the people are sort of split on, and then like the 2014 handbook for D&D is like one of the main ones, if not the main one. I think the Mythic Legions RPG is going to be compatible with that one. I wanted to get back to Kevin's comment here. Kevin, first of all, what's up, Kev? From Lone Wolf Labs says, I've never played an RPG. Is it easy to pick up? Yes, it's helpful to have people that are experienced that you're playing with, especially a good GM. Because like I said, Kev, I've never played an RPG before. So then we would sit down for a session. It was kind of like, I'm still in that process right now of really understanding what like the game is, because it's just not as structured as like like a board game or something like that, where it's like, this is the game and this is what you have to do and blah, blah, blah. A lot of the game is sort of what you put into it. And it's weird to sort of get used to that at first. The key, I think, is having a GM who kind of like has played before and stuff like that. Like Pat Boyle is mine. So it's kind of easy. Like when I'm playing my session, he kind of tells us sort of what's going on. All right, here, what do you want to do? Like, then there's, these group of people blocking your path. What do you want to do? You want to ask them a question? Do you want to attack them? Do you want to use a spell? Blah, blah, blah. So like, it's kind of like I'm learning. It's kind of like on the job training. And I think that's probably the best way to do it. It's kind of like you just start playing with people that have played before. And you just, as you're playing, you ask questions. Can I do this? Can I do that? And then stuff starts coming to you like, can I do this? And you're like, and they'll either say no, or well, roll the dice. Let's see if you can do it.
I mean, like I said, even though, like I said, I'm not a D&D player or never. I mean, I've literally I've played a one shot of D&D one time at one of my local RPG tabletop games places. I sat in and played just to try it out. But I mean, I've always been a fan of like the lore and the characters and stuff like that. So I have all the players handbooks of and the monster guides or whatever. But I have all these books, and these are fantastic books to read through and figure out how all the spell casting and how the levels work and the different characters and what you get and who you are, and that kind of stuff is amazing. But like I said, I don't necessarily. I mean, I've always thought of RPG as an in-person thing. I know a lot of you guys are like playing like online.
It's better in person.
Yeah, and I've always thought it would be a better thing played in person, and that's the thing that kind of tears at me, because it's like I'm totally into this. Like I totally want to. I mean, I'm totally gonna fund the game and get the game and grab the characters and this and that. But it's like I think in the reality of it, I'm like I don't have anybody to play with. You know what I mean? Like I don't have. I mean, I've
it's better in person, but so my group is all people that we're all relatively within less than an hour and a half, about an hour and a half or less within driving distance of each other.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
We've had 2 in-person sessions.
Mm-hmm.
2, because people have busy schedules, man. Even with people that you live close to, sometimes it's easier to jump on a Zoom, and the Zoom sessions are fun too. Like, no doubt. Like everything else, it's better in person. It's definitely better. But the fact that we have an option to like do virtual sessions in between the in-person sessions makes it possible, for people that have careers, kids, houses, bills, jobs, all this shit going on. You can actually you can have a virtual session and just be like, all right, instead of scrolling on my phone for 2 hours, I'm going to hop online and talk to my friends and fucking be a wizard or something like that.
Yeah, no, I get it. It's one of those things where, like I said, I would love to have, to have this be my stepping stone into the RPG world, and not to say that I'm going to go out and start playing Dungeons and Dragons or Warhammer or anything else, but to have something that I could actually relate to. I mean, I love the fact that I can relate to this world and the characters and where I'm at in the map, and you know what I mean, and understand if they're saying, "Oh, this is going on," and there's this guy here. I go, "Oh, okay, I know exactly who that is," instead of going, "Wait, where am I and who is this?" You know what I mean? But I hate the thought of, like I said, having something like that I really want to get into and not having a dedicated time and so to speak crew or party to adventure with or do something with. Because like I have friends that have like dedicated RP or Dungeons and Dragons like sessions. Like they're on their they're like on a 5-month quest right now, you know what I mean, where they've been playing a dedicated game for the last 5 months, and they all show up on a certain night or well, I don't have that opportunity to be like, I mean, most nights everybody knows I'm at work at night. You know what I mean? I'm only home during the days. You know what I mean? While usually everybody else is at work, and then when everybody comes home from work and they go to have dinner or play their D&D sessions, I'm asleep and on my way to work. So it's like one of those things where I'm like tied to like thinking, man, I really want to get into this, but
Well, let's start a session then. Like when the RPG comes out, we'll do one that's it can be me, you. I'll make Ryan do it.
No,
Ryan, you'll do it, right?
I'm in. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, like I said, I'm 100% in. I'm totally geeked on it because, like I said, it's a whole new world. I mean, to see what this is all about, and loving that, like I said, it's being developed by a studio that we're obviously all fans of. You know what I mean? It's like, so I just, like I said, I just hope that I can have the time or space where we can actually have an ongoing game and really, really dive deep into it.
Rob's Morrison's plot twist: Eric is actually having late night D&D campaigns.
Yeah, that people don't know about. Yeah.
Saturday Night Live, yeah. And then somebody, I thought the Seeker said earlier, like, wondering if people are going to be worried about, the video game or whatever. And I'm here to tell you, man, like, I get it. I get people that you didn't like the way the video game turned out because it didn't. I understand that. I get it. I was, it was sad that never ended up becoming anything really. This is a totally different scenario. It's completely different. That was where they contracted out to a company that wasn't ready to do what they were going to do. But
there's another thing.
They're handling it in-house.
Yeah.
I've had
that too.
I've had a similar thought too. I don't think that's going to be as much of an issue because all of this stuff, my understand, is all tooled up. Some of the stuff is literally fucking produced already, like the SDCC Paladin. They're manufactured. They're done.
I think they're ready to go with some of these figures. I think they're once the whole package is funded and ready to go, I think these figures are going to be ready to ship with the game. So I think the wait time won't be as bad.
No, I agree. I don't think it's going to be as bad, but there'll still be a wait because it's still going to be made to order, and the RPG is it's a new thing, and it takes time to do it right. But
is he specifically talking about the RPG characters, or if this RPG brings them in for these figures, and he's talking about future waves?
I think he's talking about the figures from the RPG.
Yeah,
because that's the first thing they'll know.
Maybe.
But yeah, I had a similar thought, but I mean, I think the only thing the studio can really do in putting this out is be upfront about, this is sort of what we're looking at. And I think they're pretty transparent. Like when dates get pushed back, and when they do, they tell you, they're like, all right, here's the thing. This is where we're at. And these days they're like, here's everything we're producing. These are our target dates. We're with everything. And when that changes, because that's how life is, they let you know. And Trevor's like, yeah, I don't think it's going to be a long wait. But here's the thing. RPGs are one of the biggest things on Kickstarter right now, that in our world anyway, the nerd world, right? And it's not like an RPG Kickstarter funds. Like there's a Thundercats one that just funded. Like it's not like it's going to be in people's hands 3 months later. Like it's going to be a year later at least.
Right.
But I'm just very excited. It's like a whole new world. I can't wait. So right before the Kickstarter launches, Jeremy's going to do one of those big specials where they kind of go through, reveal all the different offerings and things like that. I can't wait to find all that stuff out.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Man.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah. That's it. Mythic Legions RPG coming up. Anybody watching Night of a Seven Kingdoms?
I watched the first episode. I haven't gotten back into it. I've been watching a bunch of other fucking useless shit. That just, actually, I've actually been catching up and watching all of the Academy Award nominated like best films. So
yeah.
I've been kind of watching all of those. So just making sure that I've kind of
What have been some of your favorites so far?
I
I always say that I'm going to do that, and I never do that.
I just watched one called Train Dreams, which was really good. What was the one with the? Oh shit! I know I watched One Battle After Another. Begonia. I watched that one. That one was fantastic. That one was really good. Yeah, Begonia. Check it out if you haven't already. That one was really, really cool.
My guess is I haven't seen anything that's nominated for Best Picture, or that it's likely to be, or whatever.
And I watched F1 with Brad Pitt. I watched that, and I know I've watched a couple more, but yeah, I right off the top of my head, I can't think of which ones they are. But yeah, I kind of got to get back. I don't know. I mean, I know it gets better. People have said it gets better, but I've only watched the first episode of that new.
Yeah, I think most people that, not everybody, but a lot of people that were into like Game of Thrones, so they like that world and stuff. I think they'll like this show. It's definitely like a more intimate, personal show. It's from basically a graphic novel, that there's like 3 books out on. And I've done I'm on the 3rd book right now. So this season of A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms is based on the first book that's just called The Hedge Knight.
Yeah.
And I will say the only thing I didn't like about the first episode was they did like a thing like at the beginning that I think was supposed to like play as a joke and sort of tell you that like, all right, this is not going to be exactly like Game of Thrones. It's going to be a little bit more irreverent, that I didn't totally love. And I don't like, if I ever go back and watch the episode, I'm going to skip that part right at the beginning.
Yeah.
But so we're 4 episodes in right now. I adore it. I love the show. I think it's the character driven stuff in it, I think, is really, really cool. Episode 4 I thought was freaking amazing.
Yeah.
Not amazing that you're like, oh my God, what an incredible plot twist. It was just like really, really cool. It's really, really well done. It's awesome to sort of be in that world again and have it be, Game of Thrones, a lot of people I think forget that, especially that first season wasn't like this big special effects thing where they had like a lot of big battles and big dragons and stuff. They didn't. They had no dragons, right?
Yeah.
And they didn't have the money to do those big battles. So a lot of times the battle would happen like off camera, But what was cool was the interpersonal interactions, and very, very cool.
Yeah. But yeah, I would definitely recommend Train Dreams and Begonia if you guys want to see some very good movies. I thought they were both excellent in their own respects. Definitely 2 different style movies, but yeah, both very, very, very well thought out and laid out in the screen is freaking fantastic movies.
You guys watching Wonder Man? Are you going to?
What's that on?
Disney
Is that
Plus.
a Disney Plus, right?
Oh,
It's
I don't have
essentially a Marvel show.
I don't have Disney Plus, so I don't know. I will be a no for me.
Yeah. What about you, Ryan?
I'm up in the air. I'm probably gonna watch it, but it's not high up on the list because Lincoln Lawyer just came out with season 4, and dude, that show is fantastic.
Nice. I've never seen it.
Yeah, I actually started the new season of Fallout. That's actually pretty good. It's kind of funny too. Like it feels like it's been, I don't know, has it been so long since Fallout has been out? Like it just seems like it came out so long ago. I almost forgot like what was going on. So it was like as I started the new season, I was like, wait, okay, what happened here? Or like, you know what I mean? Like, how did we get to this part of the story? Like, yeah, but it's actually really good. I've been catching up on that a little bit.
What's up, Pat? Pat, you just missed our RPG talk.
What's up? We were just talking about you, Pat.
We talked a lot about it.
RPG, baby. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm very fortunate to be such a noob to the world and have Pat as my GM/DM to sort of guide me through.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, that's like I said. You have a dedicated player that knows the world. You know what I mean, and knows what he's talking about. That's like I said. Us 3 bumbling idiots trying to do a D&D session would be a train wreck. You know what I mean? I don't even know where the hell we would go.
Very entertaining. Could be either one.
It could be.
Why not both?
Could be. Yeah, could be.
Yeah.
But to Wonder Man, I know zero about Wonder Man. I know nothing about the character, who it is, what it's about. So maybe that's a good thing to watch because I have zero expectations. I don't know anything about it.
I know
listen
the
to you,
actors.
Pat.
The actor is fantastic.
I love you, Pat.
When is your guys' next session?
We need to schedule it. We need to schedule it. Like I said, I was telling everybody earlier, Pat, that you and I had a mini solo session so I could catch up on the one that I sadly missed. Yeah, we could do like a one shot just for the fun of it.
Dude, like I said, I'm down, dude. I'm down because, like I said, I'm in 100%, and I mean, I just hope that I have a chance to play it, more than once or twice. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's like I would love to have a not like I said, not a dedicated time and date on every session, but a chance to, eventually on occasion, like jump
up, Brick?
into a session and run a quest or whatever, however it works. You know what I mean? Like I definitely want to be down for that.
Sorry, I saw you in the comments and I forgot to say hi. What's going on, man? Brick says you don't need to know anything about Wonder Man in the comics. It's largely unconnected. Okay.
Perfect.
Perfect, because I don't. I don't know anything about Wonder Man, but I'll check it out.
Oh, my mom just jumped in. She said Frankenstein and what? Sinners. Oh, and Sinners. Yeah, Sinners was another one we watched too.
I did watch Sinners. I liked Sinners.
Yeah. Did you see the new Frankenstein? Did you watch that?
Yes, I liked it a lot.
See, there was another one. That was another
Loved
one
it.
of the Academy Award nominees for Best Picture or whatever. So, like I said, we're just catching up on all the Best Picture films. So, yeah.
I'm still going with the Great Flood, which I don't think was nominated.
That was a cool film, though. That was a mind trip, dude. That film was a mind trip for sure.
It was definitely. Ryan, did you watch it?
I did.
You did. What did you think?
Oh, I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, it was cool. Definitely cool.
Yeah. Well, I knew that his mom had good taste because when we all had dinner together, all she did was give him shit the whole time. So
yeah,
pretty much. And he gave it right back.
Yeah, of course she has great taste. She's been to Legion's Con twice.
That's true. She came all the way out to Legion, traveled across country to go to Legion's Con,
That's right.
and then decided to do it again.
That's right.
Good stuff.
She don't play.
No.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So, I guess a couple things to mention. On TV, don't forget, Purple Gang Gang is tonight, 9:00. Tomorrow, I'm sure Jesse and Curtis will have a great Just Shelve It on tomorrow night. Tomorrow during the day, it is Super Bowl Sunday, but during the day, if you're in Jersey or in the Northeast area, we have the monthly Wayne Toy Show at the Wayne Pal. So the same place where Legion's Con was held in sort of years past. If you want to stop by a toy show, I might stop by tomorrow. Big Greg always has a table there. So also shout out to Big Greg. After my wife's car got totaled out from the accident, like I said, the insurance company totaled it out. We needed to get another car. Greg was instrumental, provided a lot of help and guidance to us in the car buying process because he used to work at a car dealership. So thank you, Big Greg. If you ever see this, appreciate you, man.
Nice.
He'll be at the Wayne Toy Show tomorrow. So go to the Wayne Toy Show, buy some of Greg's stuff and make it worth it for him as a thank you. And then later in the day, I know Chubsy is having an event at Chubsy Wubsy.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sweet. Check out Dan Who reviews tomorrow, 1 p.m. Cloud is going to be on Legends and Liquor. I'm going to try to tune in too. Maybe I'll try to hop on too, maybe if Dan lets me, because I support Cloud's effort to turn Legends and Liquor into Legions and Liquor.
Nice.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Right? Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Oh, Kev, are you going to go? You're not setting up at the Wayne Toy Show, are you, Kev? Because I would come and buy some Dio stuff from you tomorrow.
Hey, Legions and Liquor, isn't that already Legion's Lounge?
It's pretty much, yeah. It's really, yeah. Legion's Lounge is pretty much that, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's your birthday. Happy birthday. At Chubsy's? Oh man. Maybe I need to try to change my plans here.
Hey, and if you haven't already, make sure you go follow Ashen's Oath on Kickstarter. Brian Burke's upcoming action
Kickstarter.
figure line. Yeah, that's gonna be cool, man. Get a
That
lot
stuff
more
looks-
people out there to follow that, and yeah, let's go. Ashen's
Okay,
Oath.
it's Chubsy's birthday.
It's
Sorry.
gonna be awesome.
Mrs. Chubsy's birthday. Sorry. Yes, they crossed. Brian just crossed 500 followers on Kickstarter.
Absolutely. Let's go, man.
Hold on one second.
Super excited for that. Super
Before we
excited
go
for
on,
Brian and for him to have a successful Kickstarter, man.
So check it out, Eric. You before we go, Eric, you mentioned this
yeah,
before. You were not around last week because the last couple of years there's a certain Saturday early in the year when we would miss Eric, and it's because of he and his dad would go to this freaking amazing car show. Eric, tell us about this, man.
Yeah, this is our big California event. It's the Grand National Rod Run, or the Grand National Rod Show that happens every year. And yeah, my dad and I have probably been going it for the last I don't know, maybe 12 to 15 years. So yeah, this is our event, and it's like it's literally if you can kind of put it in comparison, it's like the Legion's Con of car shows. It's like just the most amazing car show you've ever been to in your life. It's freaking just all custom classic cars that are just from every generation possible. And it's just, I mean, they're just pieces of artwork, man. They're just all pieces of artwork. It's just so amazing. And it's crazy to think that some of these cars are 60, 80, 90 years old, and they turn them out like this, and it's just beautiful, man. Pristine, dude. Just awesome cars
Out in the California sunshine is kind of beautiful.
It was while you guys were freezing your nuts off, it was 80 degrees that day.
That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit.
Yeah, exactly.
Sunlight glinting off.
Yeah.
I have to take this guy's like, I have to take my shirt off. It's too hot out here.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Look at this muscle car.
Yeah, it's freaking, like I said, just some of the most beautiful cars you've ever seen. And it's great too, because every year there's all different cars. It's like, I mean, I don't think I've ever been to the show in the last 10 years where I've seen the same car, appear at the show again. I mean, maybe they'll come back and bring the same car, but it's very rare. They're always all new cars. It's crazy, man.
Look at this nerd over here. This nerd over here live streaming from the convention.
Yeah.
Dork does that. What a nerd. So do you have did you have any favorites from this year, or are there like returning cars that you like want to go back and see this one
every year there's always a standout or a favorite. I mean, like I said, I mean, you walk through a show that has literally, I mean, there's probably over 800 custom vehicles on display. I mean, you have to at least walk away loving, 5 or 10 of them. You know what I mean? I mean, it just, like I said, they're all beautiful, man. And to me, it's just, I told my dad, if I won the lottery, I wouldn't tell anybody, but there would be
signs.
There'd be signs for sure. Because instead of a display room, I would buy a giant building, and I would have freaking custom cars in that building on turntables. Just, there'd be trouble.
So these are obviously your favorites from the show, but amongst these, is there one in particular that really stood out to you for whatever reason?
I'm a huge Bel Air guy, so this 55 is freaking pretty freaking sweet. Or no, it's a 56. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, what the fuck are you talking about? That's clearly a 56.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, man, any one of those cars is a more than a dream come true, dude. They're just so dope.
Well, I'm not a car guy at all, really, but I can tell you what, I'm a shiny metal fan.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah,
And
if you
this is
like beautiful metallic paints and chrome and shiny stuff, you don't even have to be a car fan. You just looking at these things are just
Look at the engine or whatever the hell this is. Like that's
it's the
gorgeous.
engine. Yeah, it's freaking they're beautiful, dude. Like I said, they're pieces of artwork. They're like my dad and I talk about. They're no longer vehicles. They're just pieces of artwork. I mean, that's what they've turned them into, and they're just so beautiful. Yeah,
That's
it's a
awesome.
good time, man. Always a
always
good
miss
time
you when
every
you
year.
go.
Yeah, well, like I said, I wish I could pull you guys from the frozen tundra that you guys were living in and let you guys enjoy something like that with me, man. Because I'm telling you, every year it's a fucking blast. It's just a complete blast.
So we were talking about FOMO earlier. So a year ago, I think I had like one Glyos figure, something like that. I've been buying more recently, still sort of like feeling my way through it. Also, shout out to you, Late Night, who hooked me up with some of those translucent blue fade-in pieces.
Oh, you got them, right? Yeah.
I did get them. Thank you,
Nice.
sir.
Yeah.
I'm back in the game, baby. I'm on the hunt for translucent blue fade-in parts.
Nice.
But then there was
get that guy built, man. That's cool. I was thinking like, why the hell did they send these? I'm like, oh, is this extra pieces to add on to this guy? And I didn't have no concept until Bill he kind of clued me in on his show that that it's like a build a figure thing. And I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. I see what these are for now. So, but like I said, I'm not that deep into it. I'm not gonna take the time to freaking build that or try to find those pieces. So when you said, hey, I was like, no problem, dude. Here, take them.
My man. Amber says she got her order in. So there was a God Beast drop last night. And I was like, you know what? I don't need these. Like they're cool or whatever. But so here's the God Beast store right now. And so the new drop was this whole first row right here. Right? These guys. And then these two snow guys over here. So like these oh shit. Sorry, my story got derailed. But I was like, I don't know if I need them or whatever. They're not too bad, $20 each, 22 or whatever. But the photos for these clear ones, like, so good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, look at just the lighting and how awesome the clear translucent looks. Like, so, and I was like, because we have all this snow and stuff right now outside of everywhere here in New Jersey. I was like, man, it'd be cool to get these and try to take some photos like this or whatever. So the FOMO got me, and I did pre-order both of these clear guys last night. But my problem is looking through the whole store page, it wasn't everything that I wanted. I wanted both of these guys, but I ordered them first because of FOMO. I also want this guy. So the same character design as one of those clear ones, but glow in the dark.
Gotta go with glow in the dark, dude. That's awesome.
Look how pretty that looks.
Yeah, it's a good one.
And then a lot of these designs are just bonkers. Like, look at this. We have like a
and it's funny. I just set up a shelf with like the
Venom, Carnage,
the few Glyos pieces that I have, along with I've also put in all of my Reynolds Cruise.
Happy birthday, Reynolds!
Yeah, happy birthday, Reynolds! Yeah,
birthday, buddy.
I put all those like minifigs and all that on a display shelf now, and I have them in a nice case now. And I'm like trying to like stay away from like running down this rabbit hole, because I did check out the God Beast page to see what was actually going to come up, and I was like you scrolling down on the other ones. I was like, oh boy. I'm like,
that
was cool.
Probably my favorite one that I saw on the page was at the bottom here. This guy.
Yeah.
Look at this weird, crazy ice bug guy.
I have like a green version of him. He's super cool. Yeah, that's a cool one.
So I need that one.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to hold off, like, because if I ordered all four that I want, that's like $100. And I'm like, $100 on Glyos all at once? But I don't know. I need that guy down there. And now the glow in the dark one is low stock.
Better jump on it, dude.
Problematic.
Yep.
Extremely problematic. And you know what's great about Glyos, Eric? You've always got space for them.
That is true. That is true. That's one thing. That's one thing.
Got space for these
guys. Yeah. You can always make space for Glyos. That is true, man. It doesn't take up a lot of shelf space, and you could freaking put out a bunch of them and still enjoy it. But my hat's off to the people that have huge collections. Like I know Steph has a huge collection of Glyos. It's like, and it's impressive.
That's like
It's
OG
wow.
extra. Yeah.
Dude, she's got an impressive collection of Glyos. I was like, wow, that's cool, man. That's really cool.
So what's how's Amber's pretty deep now, Rye? And Glyos?
I mean, yeah, they're starting to make their way into my collection, which is bullshit. It's ridiculous.
It's the most list I've ever heard them.
No, but she's got quite a few. I know she got her Cappy Space order from the previous drop, and then she hopped on the God Beast. She got like the white and blue.
Yeah, they're cool, like the snowman guys. Yeah, I mean, and I so the last two like drops that were like talked about like in our little groups or whatever, I was in on both of them. And I don't have my little purple frog guy. That's Cappy Space, right? That was Purple Frog guy.
Yeah, I think so.
He was really cool. And what was cool about that one is it kind of gets back to like what the things that are so cool about Glyos is they're relatively inexpensive and they don't take up a lot of space. So you can do impulse buys and it doesn't really matter. But then some of them I saw were like on the expensive side. Like the highlighter Gauss from Toy Pizza was like a $35 figure. And it's like, all right, now I'm like at Legion's prices. But the last, like this guy right here, $7.
Nice.
$7. You know, the Purple Frog guy was 12, I think. 12 bucks. Like for a cool little figure, like great pocket fig, you know. All that good stuff. So Terrence, keep your eye on TSJ, Terrence St. John, and on Instagram, check out Creative Realms. So Terrence has a new creative venture where essentially I understand what Creative Realms does is Creative Realms helps independent toy makers get exposure, you know, potentially help get things made that otherwise might not be made. So Creative Realms, check out Terrence's new venture on Instagram. And pretty cool. I probably have to bounce, guys. It's time to get dinner with the fam. I don't know about you guys.
Good. Yeah.
Same.
Yeah. Good show. Good talk, man. Good to be back.
Yeah. Any other anything else coming up you guys want to talk about? Shout out to anything you're doing or something else that's going on TV or something like that, or Valentine's Day next week. Valentine's show?
Fuck Valentine's Day.
I won't be here. We were invited to G and Cokies for
Fuck
like
you,
a
Ryan.
Valentine's Day thing. Why's that?
Stop by. No, I'm joking. Stop by.
Is Valentine's Day on a Saturday?
Stop by on the way, brother.
Oh yeah, Valentine's Day is next Saturday. Well, it looks like you and me will be together, Lovebird, because it'll just be me and you. Because I got no plans for Valentine's Day.
You know who does have plans for Valentine's Day?
Hmm.
Princess Hedgehog, Grayson.
There you go.
I
Yeah,
heard.
where's she going?
So her friend, like I think she's going over her friend's house. So her little group of friends are going to one of their parents' house. So they're having like a little. They're not calling it a party, but I'm calling it a party. But the parents are like holding it and are going to be there with them, you know, food and stuff. But there's going to be boys there.
Uh-oh.
Oh man.
Uh-oh.
But I got the text from the mom, and it was like to the group of parents of like that little group of friends, Grayson and her friends, that's what's going on and blah, blah, blah. We'd love to see him, blah, blah, blah. But she specifically said, but also, and I won't say the little kids' names, but like, you know, Frank, Mark, and Steve are going to be there too, letting you know that, hey, there's supposed to be boys there. These are the boys type thing. So it's too fast, man. Too fast.
Mm-hmm.
Where's
Yeah.
my little 6-year-old?
Yeah. How old is Grace now?
12.
Almost into those teen years, buddy.
Yeah. She's definitely like half 9-year-old, half 22-year-old.
Mm-hmm. Put your seatbelt on, baby. the ride's gonna be rough.
Dude, I was thinking about this earlier, that Chase turns 15 in March.
Mm-hmm.
That means like I have to start teaching him to drive this summer.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
What happened? Dude, the pandemic fucked me up from a time perspective. Like, it froze time.
Yep.
And it, like, they'll always seem to be like in some way that age to me, but that was 6 years ago now. We're getting up to 6 years ago, and they're like, Chase is in high school. Grayson is going to like a party. Now it starts at 4:00, I think, but with boys there. The hell, man.
Yep. It's all happening, dude. Hit those hit up those Walmart and Target parking lots at about 6 a.m. with your boy when you want to start teaching them how to drive. It's a great open space, nice and easy. Teaching them how to pull into a parking space, kind of thing, backing up, just the basics. Dude, I'm telling you.
Dude, and be patient. I the first time my mom was in the car, I actually put it in reverse and fucking gunned it. Thank God there was nobody behind us, but yeah, that happened.
Oh, dude, I remember like,
hey, just be glad it's not like when I learned how to drive, and when we learned how to drive, you didn't learn how to drive an automatic car. You learned how to drive a stick shift. You know what I mean? There was no that wasn't learning how to driving an automatic car was anybody could do that. They didn't even have to teach you. No,
is that what you called like the spurs and like the riding crop?
Oh, yeah, exactly. Exactly. But yeah, when you had to learn how to drive a manual transmission car, it'd stick. Yeah, that was an adventure.
I learned on like one of those, they don't even make these anymore, but like a big fucking boat of a station wagon. Like the big ones, not like the little ones, like the big ones. That's what my mom drove.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was what I like learned on. I remember the first time I drove it and like moved it. I'm like, this is what you're doing when you drive? I'm like, what the none of this makes any sense. Like, you can't even barely turn this wheel. Like,
you're talking about like woody wagons? Is that what they were called?
I don't know don't call my mom's car booty wagon.
No, I'm just kidding. No. Woody wagon. It had like the
wood paneling on the side.
Yeah.
The Griswold family truckster.
Yes.
Gotcha.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was wild. You learned on a Suburban?
Nice.
Oh,
Jesus.
Ow.
The tank, bro. That's a tank.
Holy crap. Yeah, like I remember the first time and I'm like, and I'm sure the automatic steering now is much like you barely touch it and you can steer a car.
Yeah.
Back in the day, you had to like fucking move the wheel. Like it was
no power steering. Yeah.
Power steering. Yeah. See, I don't know the names.
What was it called? Rack and pinion? Is that what it was?
Rack and pinion is something that I've heard.
The mechanism underneath the car.
Oh, gotcha.
Cloud learned on a 76 Monte Carlo.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I learned in a 71 Volkswagen Beetle.
You go. So in Jersey, there's a video that's been making the rounds over the last couple of days. So in this deep freeze that we're in New Jersey, somebody thought it was a good fucking idea to take their pickup truck out on a frozen lake and do donuts on the frozen lake. And there's video of it. And like they're doing the donuts, baby. They're doing the donuts on the frozen lake. And what do you think happens?
The truck went through.
Through the ice. Driver was safe. Nobody got hurt or whatever. But I think they were like arrested like later on, and like they gave them a bunch of tickets because they never like reported it. Like I guess they were just gonna leave their truck in the lake. Like, don't leave your truck in a lake. So what else?
Man.
So Steph learned stick on a red Yugo doing donuts on the farm racetrack. That's amazing.
The Yugos were awesome back in the day. I remember those cars.
Dubbed up on a 78 Volkswagen Rabbit. Let's go.
V-dubs, baby, for life. Hell yeah.
74 Volkswagen for Hayes.
Yup. Learning a bug, baby.
Let's go.
Right. Hey, dude, I'll tell you one thing. Once you learn stick, you could conquer the world, dude.
I never learned stick, bro.
I learned stick in a truck.
Yeah, you're
over the
lost,
road.
man. I could tell you're lost.
Dude, the funny thing is my dad was like Like my dad was like a salt of the earth guy, right? He was a cement finisher. Like he was nothing like me at all. Like we were like, but like he was like, so like he changed his own oil. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like he
yeah.
did all like, but then I remember like when it was like right around like driving age, like, and I was like, man, I started learning about like driving stick or driving automatic. And I went to my dad and I was like, will you teach me how to drive stick? I'm like, and I thought like he would be all happy about it, that I was trying to like learn how to do this like fucking old school thing or whatever. And he was like, yeah, I don't know. He's like, I kind of feel like you don't need to. He's like, it's kind of like old fashioned, like, and they're not going to most cars are not going to be stick from here. So I never learned how.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
manual.
you know, but it's kind of funny in a few times where I was, I mean, in earlier in life, a few times where I'd be at like, let's say a party or something, and whoever owned a particular car had a little bit too much to drink and everybody wanted to go home. And nobody else knew how to drive stick. It was kind of one of those things where you came up and you're like, hey, I could drive this car. You know what I mean? It was like, because like I said, once you learn how to drive stick, man, it's like it's like riding a bike. You never forget, but you have to master it. There is a you know, threshold that you have to qualify. you definitely have to get through the learning curve. You definitely have to get through to drive a stick correctly. So
I remember we were doing a trip. Me and my high school friends were going on a spring break trip. I think it was to like Myrtle Beach, because somebody's like dad had like a condo in Myrtle Beach, so we got the condo in Myrtle Beach, and we had a couple of different cars, and we were all driving down, and there was 4 of us in one car. My friend's car, the guy Aaron that I go see the wrestling with, it was a stick, right? But out of the 4 of us, only 2 of them said they knew how to drive stick. Aaron, my buddy whose car it was, and then our friend Matt Applebaum, who said he knew how to drive stick too. But when like he relieved our other friend to like actually drive, I don't think he knew how to drive stick that well, because he would like he would mess it up and it would go like
there definitely is no faking it. You either know how to drive stick or you don't know how to drive stick. There's definitely no faking it.
I think maybe he had like a rudimentary understanding of how to do it, but he wasn't doing it right.
That's funny.
I tried to teach Amber.
And
she doesn't know how to drive stick.
There you go.
I thought you were about to tell a story about the time you tried to teach her.
Oh yeah, well, I tried to teach her, so it was rough going. So she really couldn't get the clutch to fuel ratio.
Yeah,
right.
There was one time where she let go of it, like just let off the clutch, and it was like a freaking roller coaster the entire time. I was like, hey, it takes time. I was like, just be patient. She was so fed up.
Mrs. Hedgehog, have you ever tried to drive stick? Yeah, she said yeah.
Did she get it? So she's currently able to.
I bet she would. She would know how to do that.
It didn't go very well.
Oh no, she said it didn't go. Did you hear that?
Yeah. Gotcha.
Poor Amber. She's like, I tried my hardest.
She gave up. I didn't. I was like, listen, take your time.
And it doesn't, right?
It doesn't. But tell sing that song to the.
Did you hear what Mrs. Hedgehog said?
No.
She's like, I tried so hard and got so far, and in the end, it didn't even matter.
Oh, that's funny.
All right, I better get off now. I'm gonna go hang out with Mrs. Hedgehog.
All right, man.
All right, I love you all. Thank you for everybody for hopped in the chat during our little conversation today. We'll continue it again next week. Thanks to everybody who will check us out on the replay. Until next time, go to the Wayne Toy Show tomorrow. Watch Purple Gang Gang tonight at 9:00. Watch Shooting the Shelf tomorrow at 8:00. We'll see you next week at 3:00. Follow the Mythic Legions RPG on Kickstarter. Can't emphasize that enough. Follow the Mythic Legions RPG on Kickstarter. Let's all go to ZoloCon if you can. Any last words, Late Night?
No, love you guys. Everybody have a great weekend.
Ryan?
Happy that everybody got to hang out, and we'll see you again.
That's right. Till next time, don't forget the #1 rule, which is
be cool.
So I'll see you guys in November.